Yo, what's up, everybody? Let's turn my mic up a little bit. How's everybody doing today? Glad to see so many wonderful faces already in the channel, ready to go for this wonderful Dog Squad showcase. I hope everybody had a great Sunday. Glad to see so many awesome people already. Viv's already here. I got that muted. Oh, I already got it muted. I was already ahead of myself. I'm glad I got that. Make sure everything else looks like it's running, up and running. Checking hosts, who we got so far. You love the Office background? Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. I had to steal this. I saw this. I saw somebody doing it on the internet for one of their Zoom meetings. I was like, you know what? I'm a huge fan of the Office. So I was like, you know, I have to do this too. I have to set this up. So sure enough, I found this background. What's cool about this background that I found is that it's like a live background. Like it has Creed and Stanley in the background, actually like working. I guess working, right? So I really love this background. I appreciate it. Host. We got hosts from. So far we got Chemo, Miss Dilladog, Pasha, Mr. Reese, Edelon, and Czar himself, the man of the hour. I appreciate those hosts, guys. I'm glad to see so many wonderful people. Like I said, yo, Arrowhead, how you doing? I'm glad to see so many people here. I'm trying to let everybody kind of rumble in. EW, thank you for the host, brother. I think I have a host from US UK Devil as well. Thank guys. Damn. Let's go. I hope everybody had a great Sunday. Weather today has been kind of nasty. It's kind of like been really humid, disgusting. It looks like it wants to rain, but it won't for whatever reason. It's like do it or do not. Makes me mad when it just sits in the middle and just like feels nasty outside the whole time. K-Sack, thank you for the auto host, brother. Appreciate you. So this is the Dog Squad Showcase. If anybody's new to the channel, hasn't been here before for any kind of shows that I've put on, started this web show back in September of 2019. I've consistently interviewed content creators of Mixer over that time since September. Hey Maverick, what's up? Candy, thank you for the host. I created this idea of the show to showcase these particular streamers and their communities. It's all about them and their communities. That's it. It's not about me. I just want them to talk about their journey as a content creator on Mixer since from the beginning till right now. Talk a little bit about the future if they want to as well. Also, just wanted to talk to them about their experiences, of course, the good and the bad. I want to hear both sides. I'm sure there's both sides to everybody's story. And give an opportunity for friends or fans to ask any questions they have for the streamer. So in this case, we got CzarDePalmaFarr. Palma. I've known Czar for, I would say, we're going on a year. I know we talked about this earlier. Me and him talked privately about him. I think I either caught him on FIFA or he caught me on FIFA. I think he had just started playing, and I was like maybe just a couple months in last year. Around this time last year. So cross paths, and of course he knew a couple of guys that I had known in the FIFA community, and we're pretty tight knit. It seems like everybody knows each other for the most part. So I'm glad I came across him because he doesn't just stream FIFA. He streams a lot of different games. I've caught this man playing Siege. I know right now he's on a Assassin's Creed kick. He's playing all the Assassin's Creeds right now. He's an amazing guy. He's got an amazing community. Awesome. He's like real laid back and chill. He seems very humble, very honest, and I look forward to interviewing him for sure. So I appreciate everybody being here for the interview. It's going to mean a lot to him. It's going to mean a lot. Definitely means a lot to me. I love seeing so many people in here and so many new faces for sure. So if you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you do. I would really appreciate it. And of course, if you're not following the man of the hour, let me see. Make sure you're following this man right here. This is the gentleman that I'll be interviewing today. There he is. There he is. Yo, honey, how's it going? Czar. I had to make sure. Luckily, I spelled it right. I want to make sure that I got that right. I'm kind of curious why my Mix It Up is not working. I didn't see any pop-up for the shout out. Let me restart this puppy. Yeah, Czar isn't making me work right now. Hey, that's good. You get some time off. You get some much needed time off, for sure. So yeah, I do the show for you guys. I do it for the content creators themselves. I love talking about their stories and their journey as a content creator. Everybody's got so many different stories, good and bad. So many different experiences. So it's just an awesome thing I've like to put together a while back. There it goes. Now Viv's thing came up. So I think we're back in business. I just had to restart it for whatever reason. I don't know, it's just acting kind of funky. Just make sure you're following Czar if you haven't already. Like I said, this is all about him. That's his links and stuff like that. Drop him a follow. It's absolutely freaking free. It doesn't cost you anything. But if you'd like to support him a little bit more, you're more than willing to subscribe to the man. I'm sure he would appreciate it. So make sure you drop by his channel, guys. If anybody in my community doesn't follow him, at least follow this guy and check him out for sure. But make sure I got everything else set up. All right, and without further ado, we'll bring the main man himself. Make sure I blow this up. Actually, that didn't do me any favors. You would think I've done this before. Here we go. Yo, brother.
Yo, what's up?
Not much,
the
man.
Dog squad.
The dog squad is here. Before we start the interview, guys, I just wanted to let you know I appreciate everybody being here. Absolutely. New faces and old. If you do host, follow, drop sparks, whatever you may do, I may miss it just because of the interview, because this is the more important thing for me. If I ask any questions and he's in the middle of answering, I don't want to interrupt him for any reason. I'll give him the opportunity if he wants to interrupt and say hi to people. I'm sure he's going to see people from his community pop in. So, but please bear with me if my mods would handle that for me. If anybody comes in and says hi, make sure you greet them and let them know that we're here. We're just doing the interview, so we'll try our best to get to everything. And we also have towards the end of the interview, we'll get everybody a chance to ask questions to Czar himself. If you have any real intimate questions, I want to hear them for sure. We'll get to we'll get to some juicy stuff for sure. So Czar, can you tell us how you started streaming and maybe about your experience so far?
Yeah, so I actually I'm one of the Beam people. As we found out, is most of my chat. I had a Beam account, and in college I transferred to a university my brother was going to, and a bunch of his friends were like, "What's up, Zeus?" A bunch of his friends were trying to get me to stream. Well, I got a computer specifically to play Siege, which I didn't end up doing until like a year ago. But I got a computer specifically to start playing Siege, and one of my brother's friends was like, "Hey, you should try streaming on Beam." So I made an account, and then pretty much, I'm not sure if I streamed when it was still Beam. I think I started streaming when it turned to Mixer, like within a week almost. And yeah, and then I played FIFA a little bit. I was actually in this room when I first started streaming on Mixer. And I haven't been here like since then, so it's weird now that I think about it. But yeah, started off playing a little bit FIFA, and then Siege for, I don't know, two years. So I was in 2017, so yeah, I guess Siege for 2.5 years, and now we're kind of just playing everything. No, it doesn't.
I think that's what, like I said, I was telling everybody in the beginning. I think I caught you. Like, I think I first came across your channel just because of FIFA and the community and stuff like that, and then I followed you, and sure enough, like, you had started playing Siege, and I was still into it at that time. Not so much anymore. It just got too competitive for me, I guess. I just didn't. If I went to go play casual, it seemed like it was just too toxic. Like, all the randos would just kill you, like team kill and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I just didn't enjoy it anymore.
And
then then it was like super like sweaty in like ranked, and I just didn't feel like going through all that stuff. So if I play, it's just purely for fun and just to mess around. So were you part of the competitive scene, or?
On Xbox, I was. I actually made a Siege League here on Mixer.
Okay.
I'm sure no one remembers that. I don't know if many people from that league are still on my channel. It got very toxic very quickly.
Oh man.
And then I actually stopped streaming for like a few months after that. I like graduated school, got DDoSed a few times, and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm not streaming Siege ever again, and I just stopped streaming. So since then, no, I haven't even been remotely comp. I've been playing PC, but I'm just plat.
Yeah.
A plat pleb.
Hey, you're better than me. That's for sure. I couldn't get out of gold. It seems like. That's awesome, brother. Did you ever? I guess since you were in the very beginning stage, the beginning stages of Mixer and the end of Beam, did you ever consider moving to any other platforms?
Yeah. So even when I first started streaming on Mixer Beam, I was like kind of switching back and forth, trying out Twitch and Mixer, because before that, for years, I was making FIFA YouTube videos.
Okay.
To no one, of course, as you do. But I was making a ton of FIFA videos for a few years before I even thought about streaming. And during that time, I streamed to Twitch like once in a while, but it was just like from my Xbox, the direct streams to Twitch. I don't even recall if I had a mic. I don't know if anyone ever came to chat for me to test it. I really don't remember. But yeah, that's pretty much how it went. And since
It was just
then,
you can't say you never tried, at least.
yeah. Since then, I did stop. I did stream on Twitch like for a month just to get affiliate, just in case.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. Got to keep
Yeah.
the options open. But I literally streamed for a month to get affiliate, and then not even came back. I still streamed on Twitch. I just did short streams on. I mean, still stream on Mixer, but I was doing like a short stream before my Mixer stream,
Okay.
just to get the requirements for affiliate in case I ever had to switch. I didn't feel like starting from complete zero at least.
Yeah. That's awesome, bro. And I mean, you never know. Like you said, I mean, if you ever need to change platforms, for whatever reason, something happens to Mixer or Microsoft decide one day they just don't want Mixer to be part of it anymore. They'll just you have something else to fall back on for sure. So that's definitely smart. I mean, people don't really think about that, but I mean, it may come to that day. You never know. You never freaking know in this business for sure. So, what about YouTube or Facebook or anything like that?
Definitely, I don't know the last time I've even been on Facebook. But no, YouTube, I make videos once in a while. I haven't been very consistent since I've been streaming and doing other stuff full time, but never streamed on there.
Okay.
That I can think of.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I know we talked about this earlier too. Like, I don't really enjoy YouTube that much because I just feel like it's too much work. Like, I've been using YouTube as a fallback for all my web shows and stuff like that. So I'll just upload whatever I got from the streams. I'll just download it, just edit anything else before or after the showcase, and just dump it on there. I don't have to worry about editing anything. It's just all straight from the interview itself. I mean, I haven't gotten that far to like maybe even put an intro or outro to it. I just like from beginning to end. That's it. There's nothing special about it at all. But I just want something, if anybody asks questions about the show, like, hey, you know, how do these things work out? You know, if they want any kind of valuable information about, I like to use this stream, you know, and this show to help other content creators that are either just starting out or even thinking about getting into it, because we all come from somewhere. We all come from 0 followers and 0 viewers. So it definitely at least puts things in perspective for a lot of people for sure. So that's awesome. I mean, I know in the beginning I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to choose Mixer or not, but I ended up just streaming from the Xbox in the beginning just to try it out, and sure enough, man, fell in love with it, had a good time with it, and I've been here ever since. So this is kind of a difficult question for people, but I want you to answer the best way. What makes your content different from everybody else's? Why do people want to come watch Czar?
I don't know if anyone truly knows how to answer that, unless they're doing like a Dr. Disrespect type thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's just kind of what you said. I'm very low-key all the time. Like, when I have a lot of energy, my chat's a little confused. They're like, what is happening? Why is he, yeah, like, what line said? I think the biggest difference, not that there's no chill streamers, obviously, but I feel like I was one of the only comp streamers who was chill. Like Lion said before, though, I don't know if I'm playing Weekend League, I'm probably not the chillest all the time. It's the only game and only game mode that gets to me. Consistent basis is Foot Champs, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely say that. And the other thing that I try to pride myself on is being extremely open and honest with my chat. Like, they probably know way too much about me. I'll probably
know your bank account number and social security number.
Yeah, someday I'm sure we'll get it, but I think that's something people tend to appreciate.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say... I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, I can't give too much about my personal life just because of my job. Sometimes I wish I could. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I wish I could tell y'all guys and expose about myself. I mean, I try to do as much as I can. I think at the end of the day, what I like to portray is that I'm the same person on stream as you would see me on the street. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not that overly hype person either. I can be animated, especially when it comes to FIFA or when I get that competitive juice inside me. I want to win a game. I will get competitive and I'll scream and I'll shout and stuff like that. But that's probably the highest you'll ever see me in real life. Yeah. That's my sister, so she knows. Arrowhead knows. For the most part, I like to just be the same person. And I think that's what it's important for everybody to know too, that unless you're portraying this character, like you said, Dr. Disrespect or somebody else, I mean, you gotta be yourself at the end of the day. I don't know if that's how you feel.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because if you're not, I mean, you see a ton of streamers like work really hard to get to partner, and then the second they do, they just burn out because they're like, it's really hard to keep faking it for that long. It's impossible. So I've never tried. I'm a terrible actor. I don't hide my emotions even a little bit on stream, so.
Hey, it's all we can expect, and I'm sure your community appreciates all the honesty for sure. So that's something I guess that would make you different for sure from everybody else, because there's a lot of people that fake it till they make it, and like I said, they'll end up getting exposed, either themselves or their community will find out for sure. So, how life-changing has it been for you since you've started streaming?
It's actually helped a ton with like social interaction, I guess. So I started streaming in between my second and third year of college, I think. And if the people I transferred that year as well, I mean, facts. I am actually a Mixer teacher, not wrong. I was very bad at the social. Like I made YouTube videos. I never showed my face. I never did anything. Like when my brother would have friends over, I would just chill in our apartment and play FIFA pretty much. Like I wouldn't talk to anyone. And pretty quickly, like through streaming, it's like the biggest confidence boost ever. I'm sure not for all people, but for me it was. I got a lot better at just being a normal human, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's definitely the biggest thing it changed. Other than that, I mean, I do spend like 4 or 5 hours on it every day. So I guess by definition, it's taken a lot of time.
Yeah. I don't blame you, man. I mean, it definitely gets you to like be willing to talk to anybody, because I mean that's how you potentially gain your communities, by interacting with them. You can't just sit there, stare at your screen, and not say anything, and otherwise you won't have anybody come in. So,
yeah.
I think my job ended up helping me because like I'm a police officer, so I have to go out there and talk to anybody. I can't be shy from talking to like a thug or just a regular citizen on the street. So just that translated into streaming. I was able to talk to anybody that comes into my chat. I'm not afraid to say hi or ask them about their day or get to know them as best as I can. So it definitely helps, and then I can see why like people who are maybe not as extroverted, it kind of helps you stay away from being so shy. And like I said, if you want to make this a maybe not so much a career but a big deal to yourself, you can't be afraid to talk to anybody. So gets you out of your shell a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely the best way to put it. It definitely got me out of my shell.
Sure. Do you ever feel like since you've started streaming, that's interfered with your personal life?
Not necessarily. Like I said, the only time I think it did is when I had that Siege League, and the apartment I was living in kept getting DDoSed. That was bad. And like mentally during that point, I was just very like angry at Mixer in general, or at least Mixer Siege community in general.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think so, because I was in a relationship when I started streaming, so I feel like I kind of made it. She was like kind of used to it already.
Okay.
If that makes sense. She actually didn't even know I streamed for the first. Yeah, shout out to T. She's a baller. When I first started streaming, I don't think she even knew until I was like halfway to partner.
Okay.
She just assumed I was playing video games, and I just like, I didn't even think to mention it. Like, it didn't feel like, because to me, I was pretty much just playing video games, like on camera, you know. It's obviously turned into more than that, but I don't think I've ever had anything too bad. My parents definitely did not get it when I was when half of my dorm room was like streaming stuff. But they've definitely come along, and they definitely get it now. It was just a new avenue that they hadn't seen me explore, because they knew I did YouTube and stuff. So I'm sure it's not all that different from their perspective.
Yeah, I can imagine like people's like I can just imagine like their impressions when they first see like the whole setup. I'm like, what the hell does this man do? Like they probably think some words like really bad things, or like they just like I can imagine like what was your wife's first reaction like when she saw the whole setup?
She completely understood it.
Okay, well that's good. Not a lot of people do. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I don't know if she necessarily knew about streaming, but again, it was like the YouTube thing. Like she understood all of that. But the big thing was that confused people is why I had a green sheet hanging literally in the middle of my dorm room by like the thing people used to make bracelets out of in middle school, because I couldn't find anything else besides that confused a lot of people for sure. I was like, just don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't ask questions.
Yeah, everyone I've met since then has either been very supportive, or at the very least been like, well, I don't know what you're doing, but cool. Seems great. Like, I haven't really had anyone be too confrontational about it.
It's like, well, you're not doing drugs, and you're not murdering people, so yeah. Yeah, I don't think my parents they know what I do, but I don't think they know if it's as serious as they think it is. Because at this point, especially getting partner, I'm like, it's a business. It's like my second job at this point. So I don't think they understand that yet. I'll have to like actually sit down with them and talk to them like, hey, this is not just like me playing games in front of a camera and just a whole bunch of weirdos coming in. It's like, no, these guys actually, I consider them friends, because I probably see them more than I actually see my own family.
Yeah,
unfortunately. So
for sure.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I get to know them. I get to know their families. They talk about, their kids or their life and stuff like that. So I feel like I really am genuinely friends with them, and especially going to like the conventions and seeing them face to face and putting a face to a username, it just puts it all together, man. You really genuinely become friends. So, so you've been to PAX East, right?
Yeah, the only one I haven't been to is South.
Okay,
so that's
the one you have to put on your calendar for sure, bro.
Yeah, that's the one me and Tanya plan on going to next.
Yeah,
so East is in the city I live in. That's the reason I went to that one. So I basically went for free. I just walked there every day.
Yeah.
And West, the one time I did go there was right after I got partnered, and my best friend from home was working there.
Okay.
So, like, it was again like the only thing I had to pay for was a plane ticket. And I was like, well, I'm never gonna have a better opportunity to go to Seattle. So
yeah, that
was kind of. I'm sure I won't be going more than once a year ever again.
Yeah.
But
it gets pretty expensive, I can imagine, because I was looking up going to West this year before all the COVID shit, and yeah, Seattle's pretty fucking pricey. Like, I was trying to look at rental houses versus like getting a hotel. I was like, and it was still pretty fucking expensive. I was like, but the only thing I was gonna get a whole bunch of group of friends and like let's go in on a rental house. So it kind of makes it a little bit cheaper than when it.
That's what I want to do for South, because South is also the cheapest one, just because it's in the least expensive place. Like Seattle and Boston are just nuts, just way too expensive for everything.
So I love Texas, man.
Yeah,
I didn't even have to get a rental house. I really could have drove from my apartment to the South Convention, but I had so many people interested. I was like, you know what? Let's fucking do it. We're not gonna be that far. We can get everybody down here, and they ended up paying like $80 for the whole weekend, like for the rental house.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, I was like that came out perfectly for all of us, and we all went in on food and everything, so it made it even better. Didn't have to like go out to eat every night. We just had food at the house, and you could just,
that's cool too.
Yeah. So it saved a lot of people money for sure, and I think it gave them even more reason to come to South too, because it was so cheap, like you said. So, yeah, Shay lives on the East Coast. Yeah,
I used to live in New York. I really wish it was there. That'd be awesome.
We have a lot of East Coast people in my chat for sure. I know Zeus and Shay, they're all over there, man. And then next time I'm going to New York, I'm gonna have to make sure I set up a trip and let them know that I'm coming, so we can all meet up. That's the thing I love about Mixer, man. Like, if I genuinely have a community, and I genuinely have friends that I can, talk to every day and just develop friendships every day. So it's pretty cool. Duck is over there too. West is definitely on my list though, because of Mixer and Microsoft being over there in Seattle. So what do you think? Do you think I'm trying to word this in a better way. Do you think it was more beneficial for you to go to West because Microsoft is over there? Did it feel like a business trip, or did you actually feel like you had like fun there?
I think the West definitely did feel more the way a lot of people have talked about it or explained it to me when I was asking like which one should I go to. Mm-hmm. Well, the first thing that made it feel like a business trip is that it was the only one I had to travel for, and it was the first one I went to, like the first convention of anything I ever went to. So I definitely treated it more like a business trip. Whereas the ones in Boston, like I live there, so I'm kind of just like I'll literally be at work or class and I'll just walk there after, and I'm just, I don't go for the full day. I set up a few meetings, but West I set up a ton of meetings. It was great. I didn't get much out of most of them, but it's just like I'm sure you set up some meetings too to talk to devs, but
yeah,
it's just such a great experience. Like as a content creator, literally just talking to them, even if it's a game I don't want to play, was super helpful at West because I set up way too many meetings for West.
Hey, it's better to have too many than not at all, I guess.
That's true. Very true. I learned a ton from West. I was very tired after that experience.
I definitely will pick your brain about this. Do you feel like, and maybe because it was your first time, you maybe not see this, but I was thinking, like, if I go into South as a partner next year, are you gonna have people like pull you to the side, especially like these little game developers, like, hey, would you mind like streaming this or anything like that? Did that opportunity ever come up for you?
Yeah, you'll get a lot of emails before PAX, for sure. Like if you get a content creator badge through Mixer, which I don't know how hard it is to get. I've never gotten denied one, so but that you just with like a content creator badge, most people don't notice, but the devs, if it's like a super small dev and you like have fun playing their game, like it's really easy to go up to people. It's kind of 50-50. Some will talk to you, some you'll have to be like, hey, I'm a partnered streamer, like want to talk about this. But you'll get a ton of emails before of all the companies because they want to set up like private playthroughs and stuff like that. Yeah, I'd say it's a little 50-50. Honestly, the best part about having a content creator badge is you like basically get to go everywhere for free. So it's awesome.
I'm definitely looking forward to that.
After all of the everything, there's always like a content creator party.
Yeah.
And you get to meet a lot of people. I don't know if you looked up to any content creators before, like streaming on Mixer. But
like before I started streaming?
24/7. Yeah.
No. I knew just a handful because I was like, when I first started, all I was playing was PUBG. So I looked up a handful of like PUBG streamers that I could like, don't mind going into the streams and hanging out and stuff like that. So That was about it. I didn't really look up any partner streamers, and I think the one PUBG Avenged actually knows who Avenged 4020 knows Fringe of Fate. He was before when I started watching him. He was not a partner, so I got to like see him as he was pushing for it, and then eventually getting it. So he was like the very first content creator I remember getting partner in front of me, basically. So before that though, I didn't really watch anybody. I was still watching Twitch, and I was still watching partner streamers on there, but not Mixer. For some reason, I just didn't really do my research, and I kind of regret that. I probably could have done myself a solid by doing some kind of research and getting involved with the community. It probably could have taken off a little bit faster, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite part is just networking with like Twitch streamers and YouTubers.
Yeah,
and Mixer partners.
Yeah,
it's just super awesome to get to meet all the different content creators, and yeah, like at PAX East, I got to talk to Harris Heller.
Oh wow!
And I was like, "Well, that's like he was in the Mixer booth, just like
oh shit,
just chilling." Yeah, he was awesome. He's like 6'5". I was shocked.
Dude, I didn't think he's that tall. That's crazy.
I saw his face and I was like, "Why is he so tall?" Like you just can't tell from his videos, obviously. So because he's always at a standing desk, but that's another thing you'll notice. At PAX, everyone is either way taller or way shorter than you expected. I swear, no streamers, no content creators, just a normal height. I don't know what it is.
That's what happened to me. Fazar is 4 foot.
3'11". Is that? Get it right.
That's what happened when I met Psycho Plays at fucking South. I saw him like walk past me, and I swear to God, it wasn't him. I was like, "There's no way that's Psycho." And sure enough, it ended up being that guy. My sister was a huge fan of him, and she told him that I called him short. So he called me out eventually. Yeah.
I was super shocked, man. I like couldn't get over it. I was like, oh my God. And now every time I watch some of those people, I'm like, I know what you look like in real life now. Totally.
I think Jared FPS is another person I didn't realize it was so tall too. He's a pretty big dude as well. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Very tall mythic.
Tanzi was like freaking tall too. I mean,
yeah.
She already looks tall, but I mean, seeing her in real life, it was like, oh yeah, she's way taller than I really expected her to be. Probably she was wearing heels too, but yeah, I was not expecting her to be so tall for sure. So yeah, it's really awesome. If y'all get a chance, definitely check out a PAX convention. It's just so much fun. Even if you don't go for the content creators, go for the games and the vendors and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. So I heard East and West are a lot larger than South. That's what kind of sucks. I wish South was a little bit bigger, but I think it makes it a little more intimate, and that's why people I tell people to come to South, because it just seems like it's more of a family reunion. Everybody's there to hang out and just have a good time versus it being like a business trip. So that's
what I've heard as well. That's why I really want to go to South.
Yeah,
it's much more my scene
for sure. Yeah, it's real chill, laid back and stuff like that. What I wanted to go back on something though, because you said you mingled with like YouTubers and Twitch streamers. Do you feel like those people didn't take you as serious because you're a Mixer partner and it's not as big as Twitch or anything else?
Some definitely didn't, especially like the first time I went. Some definitely didn't. I'd want to say it's more like a lot of people, you don't really mention where you're from. You kind of just, like, I was handing out business cards and stuff, but it was more just like I said, there's like VIP sections for content creators at a lot of like after parties and stuff.
Okay.
So like obviously the Mixer partners, I recognize most of them just from like being on the site. I'm like, oh, they look familiar. But I would say most actual content creators, because to be at that level, it's a lot harder to get to PAX for Twitch streamers and YouTubers, or to get the content creator badge. I'd say they're much more respectful than both communities are, for sure. Like they kind of respect the grind, because I mean, even a lot of Mixer partners used to be Twitch streamers, so like everyone kind of gets it.
That's good. That's why I'm like looking like. I guess I was kind of worried about that. It's like, well, I was like, you're on Mixer, you're not that big of a deal. Like, even if you are a partner, I just can't. I guess I get worried about that. I'm not sure. I didn't get that feeling at South, because I didn't feel like I didn't see as many Twitch streamers there. It was like mostly Mixer people, but I don't know. Just makes me worried a little bit.
Yeah, the one thing is some big companies, like I I think Turtle Beach is a good example actually, because the first time I went PAX West, I tried to get a meeting with them, and they're basically like, "Oh, we're not really doing anything with Mixer." So there's a lot of that.
Wow.
It's a lot more of the companies because they think you're like trying to get something. So a lot of that is a little harder. But I will say at East, I met with them, like actually got a meeting with Turtle Beach, and they gave me really nice headphones.
Oh, wow.
And they still didn't have anything set up for Mixer, but they're definitely like more open to it now. And that was before Ninja and Shroud, so they're definitely more open to it now though. So
That's good.
I think a lot of companies came around because the first time I went, Mixer was still pretty new.
Yeah.
There wasn't too much like happening on the site. Like it was very young.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a very young site.
It's still very young. Smiv, I was gonna tell you. Sorry, I was gonna tell Smiv that they don't have any PAX conventions in the UK, but they have this thing called EGX, and I think it happens around October. Of course, this year is probably not gonna happen just because everything's going on. But I know it happened last year in 2019. I was looking forward to going to EGX this year. I was gonna save up for it because I really wanted to go and check it out and just be in the UK and of course meet all my FIFA people that are in that area as well. It would have been really awesome to see them too as well. I guess it's always next year since it happened this year. Yeah, EGX for sure. Go check that out. It looked like a lot of fun. I don't know if it's very big, but I mean, it's definitely a convention type that you're probably looking for if you want to meet content creators. Because I know a lot of Mixer streamers were there. I'm sure it's the same for Twitch, but Twitch has their own cons. That's what kind of makes it more difficult. Like, I guess they don't feel the need to go to these other things because they have TwitchCon, and it's a massive thing for them. So that's something that maybe Mixer may do. I don't know. If we ever get that big, that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah,
MixCon.
Even if it's only in Seattle, I'd be down.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Just like, yeah, just all Mixer people just hanging out for sure. So awesome, bro. Guys, definitely check it out, man. Definitely go to a convention, just have a good time. So, I guess we answered that question. What do you think is the best thing about living in Boston, right? Boston is where you live at?
Yeah, I've been there for like almost 2 years. I'm actually not there right now, but it's where my primary residence is. Honestly, that's a great question. I'm not the biggest fan of the city. Like, the city's nice, and there's a ton of history and a ton of art there. I'm a New York stan, though. So, in comparison for me, it just, I don't know. It doesn't, like, I haven't been to many cities. Like I said, I grew up in New Jersey by New York, and then I lived in New York. So the only, like, New York is expensive, but that's what I was kind of getting into. Like, Boston is great. I also love the cold, so like that's kind of the biggest downside. Is that like there could just be 6 feet of snow at any moment. But the big difference is it's more expensive to live in Boston. Me and my wife have been searching for places to buy, even searching to rent. Like, the lowest you can go is so much higher than New York City. It's just crazy. Like, I kind of assumed New York would be highest on the East Coast just because it's New York. But I guess because it's so much bigger, and it's just, I don't know.
I couldn't
honestly
imagine.
The price is what makes it hard.
I couldn't imagine how much it is, man, for sure.
It's crazy. Yeah, so the first year I lived there, Tanya was still finishing school. Whereas now we like actually live there, because when you live there and one of you's in school, it's kind of like, don't know how long I'm gonna be here, kind of thing. So now that we actually live there, I think I've come around on it a little bit.
Okay.
The biggest thing that stands out to me is people are terrible at basketball in Boston. It's shocking. I couldn't believe it.
It's a basketball city. It's a basketball city too. Is with the Celtics and everything. They got a lot of history.
Yeah,
there.
I was shocked, but no one good at basketball has ever come from Boston. I don't think they have a single NBA player that grew up in Boston, which is, again, doesn't make any sense. But I just remember going to my first pickup game, and I expected it to be like New York competition. It was not. Definitely not.
Like Rutgers Park.
Yeah, like I was a little worried. I was like, I'm probably gonna get bodied. You know, I haven't played in a while. But no, it's not. So if you're ever in Boston, feel free to play pickup. You'll be
Don't be afraid.
yeah.
Just go and ball out. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not even thinking like even like Boston University. None of the schools, Boston College probably don't even have like a great basketball team. So then I don't know. That's crazy. They never really thought about that. Other than the Celtics, I mean, you think about that team and the history they have there. Just it's crazy.
Yeah, and they love basketball there.
Yeah,
for sure. Like everyone loves the Celtics there, but it's a lot of soccer players in Boston. A lot of soccer, and I'm assuming hockey. Yeah, because all the schools there are big on hockey, but it's hard to tell how good people are at hockey because it's not
baseball.
like you can just...
Yeah, it seems like all their franchises have like history, like the Red Sox, the Bruins. I mean, it just goes on. No matter what team they have, it seems like the Patriots. Ugh, I hate the Patriots.
They're not in Boston. It's fine.
I still consider them a Boston team.
Yeah, no, they're definitely like Boston's team.
That's funny. So is that the worst thing about Boston? Is it just so expensive?
Yeah, 100% my least favorite part is the price. But I mean, just like the people are pretty cool. Like I know I've been to a few cities where just the vibe was kind of weird. I'm trying to think of it's tough to think of an example, but yeah. Honestly, it's just the price. I mean, it's a pretty beautiful city, and it's most parts of it still don't feel like a big city to me.
Yeah.
Because again, I was expecting New York, like skyscraper. There's really like not skyscrapers in Boston. It was just super surprising to me. Yeah, it's like unbelievably different. I just kind of assumed they were all the same.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't been to any other big cities. So.
That's crazy. I know. I do want to visit one day, but I still love New York. I have family that lives there too, so I've always been a New York person. And then Boston always seems like a rival, no matter what in the world. Just rival city.
Yeah. Honestly, the only reason I can really think that, like, the only reason I want to stay in Boston is for work, and like their schools are really good. But I'm not a Pats fan. Oh God. I don't really watch football too much. My dad's a Saints fan, so I wouldn't say I'm a Saints fan. But if I had to like if the Saints are in the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be hyped.
Yeah.
So.
I only like the Saints because of Drew Brees, and he's from Texas, so and he's just an OG quarterback. He's been around for a long time. And from Austin, that's where I grew up.
I don't even want to get into that line. I don't even want to talk about it.
That was a suspenseful game for sure. They did get screwed out of that game. I think Drew Brees probably has like I was gonna say last year was his last year, but he seems like he's gonna keep going. I don't know how much longer he's got.
Yeah, I feel like he's just gonna go until Tom Brady's done.
Yeah,
they're just gonna try to outlive each other.
That's awesome, dude. Outside of streaming or gaming, oops, I dropped my phone. What are your favorite things to do? What kind of hobbies do you get into? Well, outside of COVID too, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of hard to think about because I haven't like gone outside in months. I just recently became a software engineer, so I spend a lot of time doing that, especially since I've been stuck inside. I play a lot of soccer. I play a lot of basketball. I actually just signed up for a semi-pro soccer league in Boston.
Oh shit!
Before COVID, so I don't know what. Don't know if that exists anymore. I'm also a pretty big movie guy. I know these are all inside things. I don't know if I can even think of things that you do outside your house right now. But yeah, I went to school for media production to be like a videographer and video editor.
Okay.
So I'm a big movie guy. I'm a Napoli fan. MLS is Red Bulls, but overall, the only team I actually watch consistently is Napoli.
Are you able to watch any Napoli games without having to buy a subscription or anything? I don't even know if Serie A's shown in the US at all. Not that I could think of.
They show like big Serie A games, but no, typically I'm just watching them in places
Okay.
that aren't. Because I actually don't know how to even get it, how to even pay to watch Serie A.
Yeah.
Because like the Bundesliga, it's played in the U.S. all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I think Fox has a deal with Bundesliga because every time I want to watch them, it's on Fox. Of course, Premier League is on NBC. They're always showing all their games on NBC. I can catch La Liga on like Univision, like at the Spanish channels, or I think BN Sports or something like that. They're always showing
Yeah, I
the
haven't even
games.
had cable for like
Yeah,
years.
I really should just get rid of mine because I only watch sports, and now that we don't have any sports at all, like it's pointless for me. Like the only thing I use for my main TV downstairs is Netflix. I'll watch The Office for like several hours, and I won't even turn the cable box on half the time.
Yeah, I watch a ton of Netflix as well.
Yep. It's like it's so sad without having sports right now. It sucks.
ESPN Plus has Napoli games. Do they have all? Well, maybe I probably still won't get ESPN Plus. I can't do it.
Well, if you can get like the whole Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus for like $15 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
If they have all the Serie A, I might actually do that because watching them in 720p is rough.
That is a steal. And I probably use Disney Plus every once in a while. And I had been using ESPN because they would actually show UFC fights on there as well, so you don't have to pay for them. So that's I think that's the reason I enjoyed it. 95% of them. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't need to watch Bresco lose like 12-0 anyway. So it's fine. 95 is definitely good enough.
That's awesome, dude. I didn't know you were a bit like you actually played soccer in real life. Is this something you did in school as well?
Yeah, I played in school. And then I played in high school, and then I was going to play in college, but I didn't know if I was going, so I ended up going to community for a year. And our community college team lost every game, like by at least 6 or 7 goals.
Oh my god!
So I was like, I can't do this, guys. Like, I don't know where they found the players on that team, but because I grew up like in an area that's very good at soccer, I just have no idea where that community college got its soccer from. It's crazy.
They just took all the good kids and they all left. Like they didn't even like all the leftovers. You were part of the leftovers, man.
Yeah, I was. A lot of my teammates. One of my teammates is on Toronto right now. I used to have to play against Matt Miazga 4 times a year. He's is he in the Premier League? I don't even know where he's at right now. He's in one of the top leagues.
That's insane. That's pretty cool to know somebody who actually made it to like the big. Well, MLS is the big leagues for us. It may not be like serious to other people in the world, but I think MLS is on its way up for sure.
Yeah, if they this could be a whole another interview itself. But if they introduced promotion and relegation to the MLS, it would be insanely popular.
Exactly.
Like teams can just lose every game and nothing happens.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how every American sports league is, but
yeah. I mean, they have an opportunity. They still have like lower leagues. I don't like San Antonio FC got screwed over by Austin. Austin got chosen to become one of the new MLS teams. But I'm hoping like they give us the opportunity. They could say it, because I think we even beat Austin. That's what's so stupid. Like we beat Austin for, like 75% of our games. Like every matchup that we had, it was just like destroying them. It's like I just feel like it was a money thing. Like Austin had the money, and then San Antonio didn't.
It's just the way the MLS is. I actually have done a ton of research on this, but basically the way the MLS is set up, they like can't really do relegation because the league owns all the teams partially. It's some weird system that the MLS has, like some weird financial system that makes it super tough. But hopefully the NSL, what's the other?
I think so. That sounds about right.
NASL, something like that. Like, because they're basically equal leagues. It's just the MLS is way more popular because all the TV deals and stuff. So,
yeah, that's crazy, man. For sure. I mean, it would make it more competitive. Like you said, it would make these guys hungry to be promoted or stay away from relegation. I mean, it'd be pretty cool to see that, especially in America, for sure. So
that'd be great.
That's awesome, bro. We can get back to streaming. So, what do you think is like when somebody comes in and asks you for help or advice, you know, maybe somebody's thinking about starting streaming or has just started, what do you think is the best advice you can give somebody?
Yeah, typically it's very personalized, you know. But if you're just starting, my biggest tips are like, don't treat it like it's your career. Like, you're not a full-time streamer. You don't have to stream 24 hours. If you want to be super serious, you can set up a schedule, but like the mindset of, if you are trying to like pretend you're a big streamer, like I know me and Dilla don't do this, and we're not big streamers by any means, but the mindset of being like, you can't watch your favorite streamers and then try to emulate that, because the way streamers typically grow is like what Dilla was saying when you started stream, it's by like talking to all of your, like becoming friends with your viewers basically and your chat, and becoming like a big community. So the one thing that I always try to convince people is to just, we've talked about it a bunch of times, but be yourself. And if you are trying to grow, like if you really want to grow, like you just love streaming, it's the best, your community is already awesome, a schedule is like the biggest thing that's helped me. Like just having a consistent schedule is great. Yeah, or just marry into, I don't know if Shroud has siblings, but
just marry Shroud.
Marry into the family. Yeah, just marry Shroud. That would probably be the best way to get some viewers. I mean, can't hate on it.
That'd be amazing. It's like, Shroud, hey, I'm available, dude.
Who's Bean Ans? I need views, okay? She has a popular stream already.
That's awesome. So that's good, man. Yeah, for sure. I would definitely push the consistent schedule. I think that's what helped me in the very beginning, for sure. I would, on my old schedule before we switched to 12s, I was streaming 11 p.m. to about 3 a.m. Sometime, most of the time after 3 a.m. But I'll at least tell people, like, hey, I'll be on 11 o'clock sharp, and we'll at least do 4 hours. So I'll go to 3 a.m. and if we're doing really well, I'll keep going. If not, then I'll just cut it off. So I mean, they at least expected me on at a certain time, and I would go throughout the night and into the early morning and just have a great time. So that's what helped me in the very beginning. I think I almost got 2,000 followers that way, just having that consistent schedule. So I would definitely suggest that for people. Like I said, if you want to take it serious. If not, I mean, I know not a lot of people do, and then expect people to show up. So it's like, if you really want people to start coming in consistently and developing a community, you need to have that kind of schedule set up for yourself. I mean, unless you're just insanely sociable and people just love you, and for whatever reason, you just may be one of those anomalies and I don't know, just blow up. I know there's people out there like that. I've seen people get partner in 2 or 3 months. So
yeah, I mean, the hardest part of streaming for, again, like 99% of the people is like getting past like 0 and 1 viewers.
Yeah.
And once you do that, it's big. So like even just getting like your parents or siblings or friends, anyone to watch that you can in the beginning is super helpful.
Exactly.
I didn't really have too many people. Like I had some gamer friends that watched once in a while. You know, like just people I played Xbox with forever. But yeah, like the schedule really helps for getting people in your chat right when stream starts. So you don't have to stream for like 4 hours with 0 viewers, and then eventually someone comes in, but you might not be talking because it's really hard. It's really hard to stream to no viewers. It's tough. It
sucks for sure. And that talking is the main thing for sure. Like, just even if you're just talking just about the game, just talking to yourself, like, just instead of just thinking it in your head, just spit it outside, and hopefully somebody's listening and they'll just fucking follow along, and you could be talking about the game. And I think FIFA has really helped me too, because I didn't know anything about the game last year. I had so many people coming in just to help me play the game and give me tips and building teams together. It helped me so much. And then developing those friendships from that, just helping me from FIFA, and then watch me rage at Weekend League and everything else that comes with it. It was pretty cool. Just learning a new game with an amazing community. So that's why I love the FIFA community on Mixer. If it wasn't for the community, I would not be playing that game at all. It would have been thrown in the trash a long time ago. For sure.
That's the only reason I even, like, when I first started, like I said, I made a ton of FIFA videos. So when I first started playing, I basically was just like acting like I was recording a video the whole time. Because honestly, I didn't know what else to do. But that was a super helpful way for me to think about it. It's like, basically just pretend you're making a YouTube video. Because
Yeah.
when you're making a YouTube video, no one's there. You have no one
Yeah.
to talk to.
Yeah.
But once people eventually do start getting in, it's definitely easier to just be more reactionary than just talking out of your ass for hours.
Exactly.
Oh, we'll teach Dill a bronze pack method for next FIFA for sure.
We'll see about that.
Literally my favorite part about FIFA. I love it.
The bronze pack.
The biggest waste of time, but I love it so much.
I don't mind doing it. I just don't do it on stream because it can be very boring. Just literally sitting there and opening bronze packs and not getting anything special out of it. Just
That's definitely a web app type of activity.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. I had to do the same thing in the very beginning, man. Just creating accounts for my sister, my wife, for my dog, for my mom. I mean, I was just making accounts left and right just to get me away from that 0, and at least put me like at 5 viewers to start off the stream and just to help me out. And then, you know, people don't want to. Typically, people don't want to go into a stream that has 0 viewers. I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't met anybody that says, "Oh man, I love finding streamers at 0." So I don't know. It's just very tough for sure. But you got to think of these ways just to help you get above that 0 and get above a few rows of streamers just to help you out for sure. So.
Yeah, especially if it's a popular game.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Don't stream Fortnite. Don't stream.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. If you're starting out, I wouldn't stream Apex or Modern Warfare, unless you just love the game. Unless you're just going out there just to have a good time and not expecting anybody to come to your channel, because they're probably not. Like, I could still play Apex. Like, I think the last couple nights I played Apex, and it's pretty hard to get views on Apex. It really is. Because I feel like people just find their particular streamer on those kind of VR games and just stick with them. They don't really branch out from anybody else. So, it just is what it is, for sure. But FIFA seems like everybody likes FIFA content, no matter if you're good, you suck, or you're raging like me.
There's definitely something for everyone on FIFA. Like, even what you're saying with like people helping you last FIFA. Like, the FIFA community loves to be right about stuff too. So even there's a lot of people that like to learn, and there's a lot of people that like to think they know how FIFA works and explain it to streamers. So I really like wherever you are in a lot of games, there's always people that will be there to watch.
For sure. Just find your game, man. That's all it takes. And
yeah.
I streamed PUBG in the very beginning for too long, and I should have left it a long time ago, but
that's how I felt about Siege.
Oh, it's just too stubborn. It's just the way it is in there. You think you expect people to show up, and they're not really going to. So I found someone on Twitch, and they talked to them into switching to Mixer. Now they have 500 plus follows. He's been on Mixer for roughly 10 days. Damn, Dustin. Well, did he bring people from Twitch to Mixer though? Is that what helped him with that 500 follows? Because I mean, you could be very popular. They could just come and switch for it. That's when you know you have a really good community. If they're willing to switch platforms just to come fucking watch you, that's pretty fucking badass.
That's clutch.
I know we have I don't know if Smiv is in here right now. Smivd, are you in chat, bro? He actually has a large YouTube community. There he goes. Chaz knows Smiv. So Smiv has been really awesome. Him and Chaz have been OGs, man. They've been, since they came into the channel a few weeks ago, they've been super duper nice to me, sharing their community. They have an amazing YouTube community, and they actually followed them from YouTube to Mixer. So they're bringing people over from YouTube. So guys, if you don't follow him, drop them a follow. They're pretty awesome.
I'm sure this is a big reason they did it as well. I don't want to speak for them, obviously, but I know a big thing. It's so great to like decentralize your viewership from one platform. Like even when, like I always try to convince Mixer streamers to make YouTube videos or do like, even if it's just like Instagrams or something like that, like just do something else. Cause like if Mixer just disappears one day, or YouTube, which I guess that's like impossible, but if it just disappears one day, people are gonna have no idea. Like they're just gonna forget that you make content.
Exactly.
Oh, the Neppin's Way thing's so sad, especially Sway. I love Sway.
Yeah, Chaz, I think y'all definitely did it right, man.
Exactly.
And I think I don't want to speak for you. I think you've been on Mixer for like a month or two, and he's about in that same situation where he has like 600 plus follows right now, if not more. I mean, I haven't been able to check on his follow numbers. I mean, it's not everything. You can definitely have great numbers and still don't have you have a shit community, but he definitely built his community on YouTube and brought them over. So 6 weeks, 6 weeks, and already like 600 plus follows is amazing, bro. Y'all were doing absolutely amazing. And I like seeing that people probably didn't even have Mixer and they came over to Mixer for you guys, so it's pretty cool to see. I can definitely say like I was really worried last year when we got into Pentez and it's way back. I was afraid, man, they're gonna take all our viewers. Nobody's gonna come fucking watch us anymore. But it was actually the opposite. They brought so many people in to the platform, and they enjoyed Mixer. And most of them left after they left, but you know, I still see a few here and there for sure that stayed on Mixer. So, absolutely, man, absolutely. Did you ever have any doubt or fears going into the streaming when you started?
I would say no, but only because I had literally zero expectations.
Okay.
Like I didn't go into streaming expecting to like become a streamer or anything. I just was kind of, like I said, I was kind of doing it just to like test the waters and see. Like, I honestly have no idea why I did it. I genuinely don't even know what made me decide to start. But yeah, no, I was pretty relaxed at the beginning. I actually think that's something that helped me grow, is just the fact that I wasn't like trying to be a streamer.
Yeah.
I was just doing the same thing I'm doing now, like literally being myself, just on camera and talking to people. I definitely didn't feel any pressure to start. And you'd think because I was so bad in public, like it would be tough, like getting a certain amount of viewers, but for some reason it never it's kind of the same for like when I played sports. Like playing in front of people, just no effect. If I had to talk to any of those people,
Yeah.
you know, one-on-one, like no way. So I don't know how I got to this point, but
you've flourished from it. Like you said, it helped you like break out of the show and become more social for sure. So I mean, it definitely helped. I think it's helped me for sure in you know, I already do talk to people constantly at my job all the time, so I enjoy it, man. It just makes it, like I said, it feels like a family versus just, you know, a job. You know, I love this stuff. You know, it's never really a job if you love what you do. So I enjoy coming to stream and hang out with y'all for sure. I know I enjoy these web shows more than anything because I just get to talk. You know, let's talk to other content creators and inspire each other and learn about our journeys and experiences. Because I suck at games, so it's easy. I feel like I don't suck at this. It's easy to do this kind of stuff for sure. So.
Yeah, this is just like human, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome. I agree with that. Even on stream, like I try to start every stream by just talking for like 30 minutes and not doing anything.
Yeah,
And it's great. And just make sure everyone's like involved that wants to be.
yeah. I know we kind of talked about this earlier, but I just want to see if there's any other things that happened to you. So, I know you said you had some, I guess, negative thoughts during the whole Siege thing when you had your league on Mixer. But was there at any point other than that where you felt like you maybe thought about giving up or just leaving content creation altogether?
Honestly, all the time.
Like right now.
Yeah, like right now. Like,
I'm just gonna leave this. I'm
it's
out.
going horrible. I might just quit. No, like I don't know. I kind of like go through like phases where I'll like think that I just hate video games and I'm like I don't want to play anything, you know. like right at this point in FIFA, if I wasn't playing all the Assassin's Creeds, I'm sure I would be like, this isn't it. This isn't for me. I can't I can't play FIFA every day. But then if I like don't stream for a day, I'm like, I really want to stream. Like, I honestly don't know if I could quit for more than like a couple days without wanting to come back. But it's definitely the hardest part for me about streaming is just like, I don't even know if it's self-doubt or just like imposter syndrome. Syndrome's probably the best way to put it. Just like feels fake all the time. Like it just, when I have a bunch of viewers, I'm always like, that was probably just like a one-off thing. Like I don't know why that happened. Like I just am always so critical of my own content that I have had trouble with that in the past. Recently I've been fine though. I haven't really had any issues since my restart after Siege. Yeah, I feel like it's something a lot, if not all streamers go through. It's just like somewhat surprise
Yeah.
that you like have a community.
Yeah.
a lot of people look at themselves and they're like, I have no idea like why you guys watch me, and it's very confusing. Maybe you do.
I don't want you to leave. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't want you to leave. But it's one of those things where like when you're off stream, it feels like almost at any point you could just be like, yeah, that was a fluke. Someone was like hosting me that whole time. You know?
It's a ghost host.
It's never happened yet, but you know, maybe maybe the same ghost. Yeah, the Mixer ghost.
Yeah, man. So I kind of want to dive in this whole situation too. So now that I feel like you're a variety streamer now. You kind of got away from just streaming one game. How do you feel like as a variety streamer? Do you feel like it's more beneficial to play a lot of different games, or do you think it's easier just to stick to one game?
Well, it depends what you're going for me, right? Because I think it's important if you're trying to be a full-time content creator. It's very important to like make sure your community is not going to leave you. Like, so if you want to be just a FIFA streamer, I think sticking to just FIFA is fine, or
Good
just
luck.
like football related stuff. But yeah, that's the issue with me, is I can't. I literally like I stop playing FIFA at some point every year. I don't know what I would do for those like 4 months.
Yeah.
So I think like the best way to go about it, if you're super serious, is to become someone who plays like a genre of games. Because like pure variety, just switching to like random stuff all the time is awesome, because then your viewers will watch you play anything.
Yeah.
But it's also like insanely hard to get new viewers doing that, because like let's say I'm playing Siege tomorrow, none of them are gonna want to watch me play Assassin's Creed 2. You know, But now that I'm just like kind of playing random stuff all the time, it has been awesome seeing people just watch like if I said I'm playing Fortnite tomorrow, my chat would be like, what the hell is going on? But they would still watch. They would make fun of me the whole time and be like, you're dumb. Stop this nonsense. But so it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's for me, Zep would 100% bully me. I literally think everyone in my chat would bully me if I got on Fortnite, you know? But I think
it's out of love.
Yeah, it's definitely out of love. They just don't want to watch it, but they want to watch me. So it's like a hard combo. Both can definitely work. I'd say it's harder being a variety streamer in terms of growth, but it's harder to want to keep creating content if you're only playing one game. Especially like we said with FIFA, man, it's like almost impossible to play that game year round.
I don't know how people do it. I really
hating
don't.
it. I used to do it. I think the games must have gotten worse, or I just got used to playing other games or something. I used to play all 40 games of Weekend League when there's 40 games. I play like 16 now, like max. I know I can't go above that.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
So I know that answer was kind of a non-answer, but
that's fine.
Realistically, it's my motivation leaves before Team of the Season and then comes back. But then when I start playing, I'm like, everyone's got full Team of the Season teams. Why did I come back? This is the worst decision ever. I should have kept playing at least.
Yep.
But yeah, it's definitely hard to mix. Even like mixing sports games with every other game is another really difficult thing to blend that community together. But if you can, it feels great. Yeah, let's just get 21 early.
Just start it right now. Fuck it.
Every 6 months, give us a new game.
That's what I was like. Like once it dies, like all of these FIFA streamers are like struggling to find something else to play. Like you know, you gotta pray that they want to come watch you play another game versus just football stuff all years. I mean, there's no way you can play, like especially in like late July, early August, like before 21's coming out. I just feel like there's no way you can play it because there's no content coming out. It's just you're playing the same thing over and over again. I feel like it just gets boring. Not only for the community, but for yourself. Like I feel like I would get bored right away. There's no way.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That was perfectly said. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing I was thinking. Like when you asked what's harder, like if you're bored, no one's gonna watch you play.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a pro level player and you're super bored, people might still watch just to pick up like gameplay tips.
Exactly.
Like if you're a pro Apex player, people might watch no matter what.
Yeah.
Man, it's hard. Because once you get bored of a game, it's like impossible to keep playing and keep viewers.
Yep.
Because people are going to realize you're bored. And if you're bored, it doesn't make sense that someone can watch you and not also be bored.
Yes. Yeah, I enjoy changing it up. I know sometimes a lot of people don't want to watch the games that I'm playing, but I know the ones that are there are actually enjoying it and having a good time, and they're for me, not just for the game. Like, I want you to come for the game, and I tell them, like, you can come for the game, but you stay for the community at the end of the day. You stay to hang out with us and relax and just joke around and have a good time. Like, I'm never really taking any game super serious. I take FIFA a little too serious most of the time, but it's that competitive nature in me. Like, just playing sports games, I've always feel competitive about it. So, but you know, it is what it is. I try to have fun at the end of the day, whether I'm playing Overwatch or Apex or Warzone or FIFA. It's just, you know, I want to have a good time at the end of the day. So, but yeah, man, I applaud you for playing different games. Like I said, especially not like right now you're doing the whole Assassin's Creed thing. You're not playing like AAA games, and you're still having great numbers and stuff like that. You still have a great community that shows up no matter what you're doing. So that's really awesome, bro.
Yeah, honestly, I was shocked when people are watching me play the first Assassin's Creed. It's like one of my best streams I had in months, and I was like, huh, weird.
Any thoughts on single-player campaign streams versus a multiplayer scene?
Yeah, that's almost a similar thing. Like, to me, campaign streamers are basically the same thing as variety streamers. But that's kind of what I was saying, where you have to like stick on your certain genre. So like if I play Assassin's Creed and then I'm gonna go play like Just Cause, like there's endless single player games I could play. That community is gonna stick with the person playing the game more, because if I'm gonna go play some random horrible game, my chat's gonna enjoy how bad the game is just by watching me like struggle to play this horrible game. Whereas multiplayer, I think it's kind of that it's easier to be a larger streamer playing multiplayer, but it's also the sort of thing that it's like, I don't mean to say like, I can't think of the right word, but like a lot of your views are going to be like superficial. Like when I played Siege every day, if I switched just one day during the week, if I was like, all right, today I'm playing Call of Duty, like half my chat would be gone.
Yeah.
Because they're watching to see me play Siege.
Yeah.
Instead of watching to see me create content.
Yeah.
And obviously there's multiplayer streamers that are really good at making you like want to watch them play that game, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, both definitely, like everything in streaming, there's positive and negatives to literally everything. And you could debate it forever. Yep. But it really just comes down to the streamer at the end of the day and their community. And luck, a lot of times.
Yeah.
Luck also has a very large part.
Yeah, because you never know who's going to click on your channel at every day. I mean, they could be a shithead, or they could be a really awesome part of the community. Like, oh man, I'm surprised I didn't come across your channel before, because this is really awesome. I enjoy your community. I love your attitude. I love your personality. You know, it's not really about the game. It's about you and your community. So that's what makes people want to stay at the end of the day.
Yeah. And like most of streaming is just being prepared for that like little ounce of luck. Mm-hmm. Like be a good streamer all the time, and then you get a little luck, and it like propels your channel forward.
You get a
like
host on Ninja or something like that.
Yeah, and like Ninja streamed for, I don't know, like 10 years. Like he was playing Halo when it first came out, and like he just became a big streamer. I mean, he was already a big streamer, but he became the biggest streamer in the world from Fortnite, because like he was ready for that lucky like that was lucky.
Yeah,
that Ninja just happened to play Fortnite and be good at it, and it gave him all this extra like promise as a streamer.
I bet you there was other people that are probably even better than Ninja. He was just able to develop a community, and
exactly.
He had the
like
personality
he was prepared to create content, and like it was perfect for him to like propel him up. So being prepared for your opportunities is like also the hardest part of streaming, because it's kind of that same thing as like talking to no viewers. It's hard, but if you're not talking when a viewer gets there, they're probably not going to stay.
Yeah, I think PUBG.
Shroud was very known.
He was in the CS:GO scene for a long time.
Shroud's been famous since he was like 14. Yeah, like he's just been known as human aimbot forever. Shroud's just like a very rare case. No one else is gonna be like Shroud.
That dude's just godly, no matter what game he plays. He can just The man is
He
insane.
literally grew up playing PC shooters, like playing CS when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Which most people do not have. I mean, there might be more of them now, but yeah, Shroud's just unreal.
Mm-hmm.
He was like one of the first gamers that like grew up playing FPSs. Now everyone does, so now it's like a lot more mixed together. Like if you're 16 and the best Fortnite player in the world, it's not surprising.
Yeah.
But when Shroud did it, everyone was like, why is he better than everyone? Why was he playing this game when he was 8? You know?
Beating pros and shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
8 years old.
So Shroud's definitely an anomaly.
There's gonna be more Shrouds coming up, especially like
but now
this stage.
the difference is now though is like they're not Shrouds because there's so many more of them.
Yeah.
Because like there's people better than Shroud at every game.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the best at any game anymore, but it's just the time when he did it. Again, he was ready for that opportunity, whether he knew it or not.
Yeah.
He was just ready to be an aimbot.
Yep. And also, I envy. Well, not envy. I like the process that Ninja took in forwarding, like pushing his business. Like once he got out of Twitch, he was able to get so many more deals for himself and treat it like a business. Like I feel like it should be, you know, because you don't want to just get stuck. Like say if like he was maybe if Twitch had died, he could have moved on. He could have done some other stuff as well. I mean, he didn't have to stay there. He doesn't even necessarily need Mixer. You know, I feel like he's getting most of his money outside of Mixer, outside of content creation, because I mean he's making Mixer money, but he has a bigger projects outside of streaming that make him money. You know, the Adidas deal, the Red Bull deal. I'm sure you know it brings him money.
Brands huge for him.
Yeah,
it's huge for streaming in general.
Yeah,
like no one else got a signature shoe before.
Yeah, exactly.
That was so surprising to most people. But yeah,
I love seeing moves like that though, because it kind of gives you inspiration to keep going. It's like, hey, I can have a fucking Nike deal if I get big enough. I mean, not me necessarily.
I would love to have a Nike deal. Hopefully, it's on its way. It's in the mail.
It's in the mail. I'm ready to sign. But it kind of gives you the realization that this stuff is like moving forward. Like streaming is coming up on the map. Not a lot of people know about it, but they're going to. The more ninjas and shrouds that we get are making waves in content creation and putting content creation on the map. It's going to get there for sure. This is going to be people's entertainment. This is going to be their TV that they come to watch every day as a religion instead of just watching regular TV. So yeah, getting Drake into the stream. Yeah, I was actually watching that stream. It was Drake, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Travis Scott. They were all playing Fortnite, and that was insane, dude. You couldn't even read the fucking chat. It was flying. You couldn't read anything, but it was so cool to like see them play together. And yeah, it was huge for him and for Twitch and for everybody else. It was crazy to see that stuff.
Yeah, honestly, the amount streaming has become more respected just since like.
Holy fuck, Dustin! Oh my god, dude! Thank you for the 2,500 embers, brother. Oh my god, I'm trying to do an interview here, bro. What the hell?
He even distracted me. I was like, damn, that's a lot of.
Holy shit, bro. Dustin, thank you, bro. You didn't have to, man. God damn it. Thanks, brother. See, I don't even know what I was talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about Ninja. Who knows?
Ninja, okay, yeah.
It was the perfect caption. The best, yeah, like even since I've started streaming a few years ago, that's what I was saying. Even since I started streaming a few years ago, it's become so much more respected, like just by normal people. And like even just like Corona hitting made it so much more respected because so many people that never watched streams before now are like, I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
What should I do? You know, and sadly it didn't grow too much on Mixer. I wish.
Yeah.
There's a lot we can talk about on that too, but yeah, like Twitch, like the influx of viewers to Twitch was just awesome, and it's definitely becoming more mainstream.
Yeah,
which is good and bad at the same time. Kind of the best part about Twitch was that it wasn't mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
It's also really nice to see people be able to make this make themselves businesses. Like streamers are becoming like athletes.
Exactly.
You can become your own business, which is like the most admirable thing I think you can do. It's not selling out.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with looking out for you, you know?
Yeah, no.
As long as you're not becoming somebody you're not, and you're promoting the products that you want to promote, and you're not going out of your way to fucking, you know, promote feet cream or something like that. I mean, it is what it is. You gotta treat it like a business. You gotta look out for yourself, and and as long as you're not losing that humbleness about yourself, and that's what I feel like I'm gonna be the best at. Like I don't feel like I'm never gonna be too big for anybody else. I still don't mind hosting the smaller guys and coming into other chats and not forgetting where I fucking came from. If I ever see Dilla on a foot cream commercial, I mean, Daddy needs his money, man.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Right.
I'm just saying, you got to treat this like a business at the end of the day. It can be fun, but once we're pushing for partner and you're at that partner level, you know, this is just the beginning for yourself, man. You got to keep going, got to keep pushing and growing your brand. That's all it's supposed to be about. So that's awesome, bro. Well, now you kind of touched about it a little bit, but I want to see what your thoughts are. What do you think about the future of Mixer? Good and bad. I want to hear both sides.
I mean, the good thing is, I think next gen is honestly going to help Mixer a ton. I'm hoping that they're ramping up for like a lot of, even if it's just Xbox integration.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm hoping that they're ramping up a lot of stuff for that. There's also, I don't know if these are purely rumors, by the way. I'm just talking as if I was just streaming. Okay, this is not like news or anything. But there's like a really large Chinese streaming company that is, I think, owned by Tencent. That's planning on releasing in the U.S. soon. So like, there's going to be another competitor.
Okay.
But I've heard things and theories of people saying that they should buy out Mixer or partner with Mixer. And honestly, that would be huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I kind of hinted at, I think Mixer as a platform is better. I genuinely like being on Mixer more. And I think a lot of the failures of Mixer are like also failures of the creators on Mixer. Like a lot of people will blame Mixer for stuff like not bringing in enough viewers, but there's like hardly any big partners with like actual YouTube channels.
Yeah.
And like that's how most Twitch people like get found. That's how I found almost every streamer I watch on Twitch was from YouTube or from like some comp scene, right? Like you don't just find random like. I mean, that to be fair, you do go on Twitch once in a while and you're like, oh man, my favorite streamer's not streaming. Let me see.
Yeah.
Who should I watch?
Just go browse. Yeah.
So I think Mixer has the possibility of a bright future, and I'm hoping the reason they didn't do a ton of advertising during this COVID stuff and like take advantage of this is because they're already preparing something for the future, or because they had to stay home. You know, maybe that affected them more than we think it did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know. I just lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
Yeah, there's definitely positives and negatives to both.
Yeah.
And I have faith in the platform. I am hoping that they can get something going. Again, I don't know what it is. I have no idea what they should or can do. I am definitely no expert.
Yeah.
But I definitely think the platform itself gets blamed more than it should, because I think they actually handle everything pretty well outside of like advertising and trying to get new people. Everything else about the site's pretty awesome. Like when something's broken, they fix it pretty quickly. It's pretty amazing. So
exactly. And I feel like they do listen to the community. They've taken on some suggestions and stuff like that, and there's the stuff that I look forward to. Like what I like about Twitch now is the whole gifting subs. Like you can just gift 5 subs and it just randomly distributes it across, you know, your chat. I feel like that's something that Mixer needs too, versus like just gifting 1 sub to a particular person at each time. Like I like that aspect of Twitch. I think that should be, you know, part of our community. I'm sure it's coming. I don't know if anybody's thought about that idea, but I like it, especially as partners. You know, it works out for us, and it encourages, I guess, people to be in chat, because you never know, you could get a gifted sub from just a random generous person in chat. Because I know I have a lot of generous people in my chat all the time, and they've been dropping gifted subs left and right, and they're amazing for it. So I really appreciate that. So.
Yeah, we need a gifted sub leaderboard for sure. That's something I need in my life. That's like the only thing on Twitch that I'm like, damn, I really wish we had that. But again, like, a Mixer is so young. Like, if you compare Twitch now to Justin TV, it's not even close. Or even Twitch after the first... How long has Mixer existed? 2 years? 3 years?
Yeah, about 3 years. Yeah, we just had the 3rd birthday, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. So
a
like,
week ago.
if you compare any of the other streaming or content creation sites to their third year, I mean, Mixer's already made Twitch implement a bunch of features, which in my mind is it's a great thing. Yeah, the problem with that, the Sparks thing. The only issue is like even Twitch has the same thing, right? There has to be some level of barrier of entry because they need to have all of you on text documents and every single person that's receiving any sort of money from them. It's all going to be like something they have to worry about.
Yeah.
So I can't like that's why Twitch just like not everyone can make money, and that's why the Ember program is like so select and like they're trying to grow it is because it's tough as a business to like keep millions of people on your payroll.
I couldn't imagine. Yeah, that's a lot of different people.
I guess YouTube does it well, but also most people. Oh, I would love that as well, actually.
Yeah, what I mean, I've been talking about non-partners receiving subs and stuff like that, and I just don't know when that's going to roll out or if it actually will. Because I know we don't have an affiliate program like Twitch. I know that encourages people to stay with the platform. Like they feel like I'm never going to get in here. I have the only level for me from non-partner is just to get partner, and that's it. There's nothing in the middle. So it probably discourages a lot of people from the grind of getting 2,000 followers and maybe getting a chance at partner. So, but I feel like it's worth it at the end. I know I felt like super relieved, and it was just an amazing feeling once you got partners. It's like I mean, it's been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it's like I'm still in shock. Like I feel like it's not real. Chaz, thank you, brother.
Like getting to that point, like becoming a Mixer partner is like an achievable thought. Even for me, becoming a Twitch partner is like crazy. Like that's like just so far gone into the ether that like it doesn't feel possible. Until you're closer. Maybe even people who are about to be Twitch partners still like, no, I don't feel like I'm close.
Yeah.
But I think Mixer does a really good job of even like feedback, and obviously there's been some controversies with like people not getting partnered or getting partnered and shouldn't.
Yeah.
But they do a great job of being open if you're like confused about something or concerned. That Mixer staff is really good about that.
What I would like for people that get denied, I would like a maybe more detailed message and why. I know a lot of people have gotten really upset and like, oh, I got denied for engagement, or maybe even it could be as simple as viewers. I don't know, because it depends if you're playing a top 10 game. I know they look for, if you're consistently playing a top 10 game, you must have like I think 50. I don't know if there was ever a magic number, but they kind of look for something like in the 50 range if you're playing that kind of game when you're applying. I don't know if that was back in your day, since you've been a partner for a lot longer than I have, if the numbers have changed or if you heard different things when you applied. But
yeah, I know when I applied, there was like a definite follower number. I want to say it was like, I don't know, maybe like 5,000 followers, and you had to have 50 viewers a stream.
Oh, wow.
Like 50 concurrent viewers. And so I know like I never even applied to partner till I had 5,000, and like I was averaging 50. Not even as long as they said I should be averaging 54, but like for a couple months I was averaging 50, and I was like, I'm going to apply. And it's like, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because having those like definite goals definitely doesn't leave room for like shows like this.
Yeah.
Like for a web show, like it's just like a different for different types of content, it's hard. So that's why I like the way they do it now, where it's kind of open. Like there's no follower number and there's no viewer number.
Yeah.
But that also leaves a little room for controversy, right? Like if Dilla got denied, you guys would be like, what the fuck? Why'd you get denied? I just saw this other guy get partnered and he only has 20 viewers.
Yeah.
And like, you know, so it's hard in that sense. So I do agree with you, Dilla, for sure. If they told us a little bit more of why people get denied, I think that reasoning would alleviate a lot of, I mean, some people still,
yeah, they're still gonna be pissed off.
Yeah. But it's hard. It's definitely a double-edged sword from taking it from like what Twitch is, where it's just straight numbers, and then what Mixers is, which is like they actually review your content and like watch your stream. Like I don't know about you, but when I was getting in my review section for being partner, like seeing Mixer staff in there was like genuinely cool. I was like, oh, they're actually watching me stream.
Yeah.
It's not just like VOD review, because
Yeah.
it's different. It's
Yeah,
definitely
exactly.
different actually being in chat and just watching a VOD.
Exactly. Definitely agree. Yeah, you can kind of see like that interaction with chat and stuff like that. Make sure you're actually watching chat, or either you're moderating it or something like that. I mean, there's definitely, I definitely am proud of that for sure. I mean, I honestly I never saw him come in chat. Maybe I just didn't pay attention or something like that. I was just trying to be as normal as I could. I wasn't trying to act different just because I was in the middle of a partner push, but I never got a chance to see him. So, and it was a very quick review. I had applied like Saturday night, and I'm sure they didn't get it until like Monday morning. And then by Thursday afternoon, I got my email saying that I got approved. It was like less than a week.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Mine was like months.
I know. I was expecting the same thing, bro. I was like, I wasn't expecting to get it. I thought when I saw the email from Mixer, I was like, oh, fuck, it's only been like 4 days. Like, I got fucking denied.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
would have thought the same thing.
yeah.
Like,
And then it scared me reading that email. I was like opening it up. I'm like, holy fuck.
I would have thought the same exact thing. If they emailed me that quick, I'm like, well, shit, I didn't meet whatever number they used. It's like when you apply to a job. If you get denied instantly, you know it's...
Yeah.
If you get an email after one day, you know it's bad.
Yeah.
I think that like just goes to show, though, that like your content's uniqueness was like something they already knew. Like we talked about this off stream. Like no one was really... At least that we were aware of. I'm sure someone was doing it.
Yeah.
But not many people were doing like actual web shows where they like talk to other streamers and stuff. And, like that's one thing Mixer's really good about is like if they think your content is good, you can have less viewers or less followers than they expect you to, because they believe that you'll get to that point with their support.
Yeah.
I think that's like a huge part of it. That's another reason I love Mixer. Like when I got partnered, I don't know if my content was like good enough to be a partner, but they've definitely like given us the tools to get to that stage as creators, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would say the only thing that I want, like you said, we talked about Mixer maybe advertising a little bit more. I would like to have more genuine viewers. Like I feel like most of our viewers in chat are other streamers or content creators. They're there to connect and of course network and stuff like that. But I would really feel like we need more genuine viewers. People just want to watch and hang out. Like I feel like that's what Twitch has. Like every time I go into a Twitch chat, I never really see people promoting themselves or talking about streams. They're there just to hang out with the content creator. Whether it be a FIFA stream or something like that. They just want to enjoy the content and hang out with the chat and stuff like that. So I don't know. I feel like that's what we're missing on this community. We need more people just to watch, not just because they want to connect and be in your stream as a content creator. So hopefully that happens eventually.
Yeah, what's up, Carbon, by the way. That's a great point, though. I mean, it's something that obviously a ton of partners have talked about, and like I've talked about it a bunch too. Is like the incentives that Twitch uses to get people to watch are great. Even like, so, I mean, I'm going to use FIFA as an example because most of your chat is understanding. Like, even just like Prime packs on FIFA, is a great way to like. That's the only reason I've ever watched a Madden stream was because I was good. I was like, well, I just started the game. I need as many packs as I can get.
Yeah.
So just even like little rewards like that, like in-game rewards, even if it's only for Microsoft like partners or something, just stuff like that is definitely huge for just getting people in to watch.
Yeah.
Because obviously getting people to stream is great. Yeah, or skins, exclusive skins, like stuff like that is definitely something they can do.
Yeah, the whole Amazon Prime stuff is pretty great.
Yeah, like, I mean, I would love free subs for any reason. For sure. Like, if everyone who had Xbox Game Pass got a free sub every month, I would be very happy.
Imagine. I mean, that would be a great idea. I don't know if anybody's ever pitched that idea before, but I mean, that would be pretty awesome. Just one free
people
sub.
Definitely talked about it. And yeah, even Microsoft Rewards offering free subs. The only thing is, like, about the like giving people free subs, I don't know. I would love to see like conversion rates of Twitch for this, because I don't really know how many people that use Microsoft Rewards or Amazon Prime, for example, like that don't know anything about the streaming platform.
Yeah.
I kind of doubt that they would use their points on a free sub. So like, I don't know. That's great, and I'm happy they do have that. But that's almost like for the people who are already on Mixer. I think the thing we're missing is definitely like something to get people started viewing, because once they watch a stream, it's definitely going to be like, it'll be a lot easier to get people to stay than it is to get people to come to the site in the first place.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
What's up, fellas? Sorry, I'm just doing the interview, guys. So I'm not watching chat that much, but I appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, I feel like there's a lot more people out there with Game Pass because they want to play games. They're getting games off of this pass itself. So I feel like it'd be more beneficial to give them a Mixer. Like, it comes with a deal. Just advertise it. Like, hey, get a free Mixer sub. And like, what's Mixer? I'm like, it's our streaming platform on your Xbox. All you have to do is just go on the app and find a streamer that you like and sub to them, and you get a free sub with your Game Pass. Like, you're not even paying for it. So,
yeah, I definitely agree. There's definitely some things that can be done, and I'm sure they've looked into it. I mean, I don't want to go into any NDA stuff because, like, I've had conversations with my partner manager. Like, I've definitely brought it up to people at Mixer, and they've been they're very receptive to ideas like that. Whether or not they can get it done, like, obviously, if I tell my partner manager, like, hey, we should get subs with Game Pass, it's not like they can go to Microsoft and be like, all right,
we're giving out free subs now.
Finances and stuff, but there's definitely, I have confidence that they'll definitely implement things like that. I mean, hell, they used to have free subs, so I'm sure we'll get to a point where they do something like that.
Well, they gave Ninja free subs. When Ninja was here, like the first 2-3 months, everybody got a free sub for him.
Alien too.
So I mean,
like, they understand. I really think a lot of stuff is waiting on next gen. I think that's like a big thing that's happening with, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because I also think that Microsoft lost this generation of consoles very badly. But I don't think they're going to lose next gen. And if they do, I think it's going to be much closer. Like, this was like the biggest blowout in a console generation ever. The Xbox launch was horrible. It was like impossible to recover from, even though they did an okay job. I definitely think the next gen is going to be a lot more even, so it's going to be a lot easier to convince people to like use Mixer since they're already on Microsoft platform.
I hope so, and I hope that's like the real big push with the console itself. So hope they don't leave it on the back burner and just not really make a big deal out of it. I mean, this could be their opportunity we keep talking about, some kind of huge advertisement for them to take advantage of and take us to the next level. Of course, we're never going to be as big as Twitch, but at least like maybe put us in line with YouTube at least, or Facebook or something like that. Maybe not like get blown out of the water like we've been. Yeah,
it doesn't even like need to be like, I mean, obviously it should be a competition for them. Like in terms of us, like we just want to see the platform grow, right?
Exactly.
If it's never the biggest platform, it doesn't matter. If it is one day the same as Twitch, like I'll be happy, you know?
Yeah.
I don't care if it's always the smallest platform. If it's growing, or at least growing with the influx of viewers onto streaming in general, like that's totally enough.
Exactly. We want to see something. We want to see some fight from Mixer and Microsoft for sure. So for everybody, I mean, it doesn't even have to be for me. As long as I see fucking Czar blow up and he's getting 10,000 views a fucking stream, and I'm still setting at 50, bro. At least I'm seeing like somebody make it and taking advantage of Mixer, bringing new people in, new viewers, not streamers, viewers, people that want to come and hang out with us. So it'd be more. I think it would be beneficial for everybody. Awesome. So we talked about the future of Mixer. What are some future ambitions for yourself? What do you feel like you want to do next?
Yeah, I definitely want to. I mean, like the ultimate goal would be to be a full-time content creator. That's still feels impossibly far away, but from everyone I've talked to who's a full-time content creator, it's like always closer than it seems. Like you just have to keep grinding, keep working. And I know I don't put in enough work to be a full-time content creator right now, but it's definitely something I've had my eyes on. And I think that a big thing too, I really want to start growing my YouTube again. Like getting on another platform because honestly I use YouTube more than Mixer. It's like for personal use, I just use it way more. So I feel like I'm missing out a lot, not trying to take advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah.
But nothing too specific. My Nike shoes coming out in a few months, but other than that, just trying to hold it down.
Just the shoe deal. It's not too big of a deal. Go get your Air Czars. Air Czar 1.
Look better than Steph Curry's dad shoes. Don't worry,
Coming out soon, boys. Get them size 13.
Yeah, pre-order should be available by the end of the month, next month.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
I
no,
have
nothing too concrete. Sure.
okay. I have to ask you about your name. So how did you come about your name?
Oh god, I honestly should have known this was coming.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think people want to know. They need to know.
yeah, so Tsar, I haven't read up on the history in a while, but it's a Russian ruler from, I want to say the 1400s.
Mhm.
14 through 1500s. So, honestly, I made it when I was, it was just my gamer tag, right? So I made it when I was in like middle school, maybe earlier. I don't even know. I've had it for so long. But I just wanted something that sounded cool.
Mhm.
And CzarDePalmaFarr rhymed. And when I learned about czars in school, I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. This is the best gamer tag. I actually still think it's a good gamer tag.
Yeah.
Because it's basically just like king and my last name.
Yeah.
And it rhymes.
Yeah.
And that's like my biggest.
It just rolls off the tongue, dude.
Alliteration is great for me. I didn't think I'd be a content creator though, so I didn't think I would have to deal with people trying to spell it and or pronounce it, which is quite a large issue. And I understand that's my fault, but I didn't know that my gamer tag was gonna become like a thing people had to understand. Okay, it was for me. To be honest, I just I get Caesar a lot.
Yeah.
I got asked why I don't spell it with TS a lot, which is a valid question. I made it in middle school. Although it can be spelled both ways depending on what language you translate it from. So apparently, I don't know. I'll have to ask.
I knew immediately as soon as I saw your name. It's like I know what it is, and that's. I remember reading about that.
Would too.
Yeah.
Like I assumed most people took like European history, but
some kind of just history in general.
Yeah.
It means almost black. Wait, it means black or almost black? Now I gotta know. It's funny funny story about Czar is that when I saw his name and I knew of him because of FIFA.
I know exactly where this is going.
But Fantastic TV, he's not in here right now. I think he's away. But anyways, Van brought him into my channel. I think we were like, oh no. I think I was co-streaming with Van. And so we're in the party chat, and you come in. I think you hosting him, and he's like, "Hey, Caesar." I'm like, "Wait, his name's Caesar? I thought it was fucking Czar this whole time." And you didn't say anything. You didn't correct him at all. I'm like, "Fuck, I've been saying his name wrong the whole time." And he just went on with it. And he kept calling me Caesar all fucking night. I'm like, "Fuck." So yeah, I went back into your channel, and it still fucking trips me up, only because Van says it. I would have never thought Caesar. I've always thought Czar the whole time, and ever since then, it's just got me all fucking screwed up. Half the time I call him Caesar, half the time I call him Czar.
Yeah. It's that's kind of why, like, I do correct people the first time I hear it. I definitely, like, it's not the kind of thing where it's just like I never say it, but a lot of times people just keep saying it after I correct them. So it's
like it gets old.
It's not a big deal, but I just don't feel like saying it too much. You know, I'm not a big fan of correcting people. You know, maybe they know more than me. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've also considered rebranding, but kind of like Shadinho said. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, Shadinho.
But kind of like you said, like, really doesn't matter what your name is at the end of the day. Like, obviously, it's a way easier to brand just Ninja than it is CzarDePalmaFarr.
How did he even get that? Like, out of all the fucking handles in the world, like, he just has...
Ninja Sniper. And then he got popular enough to just snag it.
Yeah. I just don't know how he did that. Like, Ninja is it's a popular fucking name.
Yeah.
Especially gamertag. Like, yeah, he had to buy... Like, just imagine, like, as soon as the fucking new social media comes out, just get Ninja right away, and he's got to buy it from you or something. Yeah, I've got to.
So I know you're at the same boat. Yeah, it definitely doesn't. It doesn't affect it as much as people say it does, but
yeah,
I've considered trying to get a shortened name, but I also love having the same name on every platform.
Yeah.
So
you'd have to do some research and like looking on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, everything, and make sure it's all available. For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how Twitter does it.
My name is my last name.
Yeah.
So changing that, I mean, again, that's the kind of thing where if I knew I was going to be like a partner streamer, I wouldn't have had my last name in my
In your name. Yeah.
But it's already out there at this point, so now it's kind of like a point of pride.
Yeah.
Might as well keep it.
It's for the family. It's for the badge. That's awesome, bro. So at least now everybody knows it's Czar. It's not Caesar. Everybody knows how to fucking say his name. So if you go in his chat, make sure you're saying the right thing. Or if he comes into your chat, you say it the right way. Do not call him Caesar.
If you do, I will correct you.
I'll ban you.
3 times.
Ban him. Time him out. That's awesome, bro. Well, at least you have a history behind your name. It's not. I mean, it's a middle school name, so you've had it for a long time.
Yeah. Honestly, it was just me being in history class. I'm like, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm changing it to. This is cool. I asked my older brother. He's like, yeah, actually, you know what? That's all right. And like when I got his approval, obviously, I was like, all right, we're changing it then.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Now you're gonna see it on your shoes, on your Nike shoes, man.
Honestly, some Air Force Czars would be pretty cool. Be down for that.
You should get some custom ones just for the fuck of it, and just tell everybody you got a Nike deal.
Confused a lot of every other mix.
I'm gonna get some like realistic shoes. I'll probably get some like New Balance or Pumas, like not as big of a brand.
There's no way I can go Nike or Adidas. I could get some Puma Czars. Maybe it's just some like small Russian shoe company. Maybe I should do
that. Exactly. Like have some like the Russian flag or something like on it. It's coming, guys. It's coming. The shoe is coming. That's awesome, bro. So when you're not streaming, what kind of streams do you go to? I know you said you watch YouTube, but there are any streams that you go to, like maybe you get inspired or genuinely just hang out and like have a good time with?
Yeah, it depends on the mood, obviously. Recently I've been watching a lot of FIFA streamers, like just random people on Mixer and Twitch. But I kind of just watch everything. I'm definitely someone who watches for the person more than the game. Because like when I'm watching streams, like if, for example, like FIFA, right? If I wanted to watch a FIFA stream, 90% of the time I'm gonna stop watching because I'm like, why don't I just play FIFA? Like I want to play right now, unless it's a real streamer. And I kind of have that, like, I know not everyone's like that, but I definitely have that, like, I just love playing video games too much, so it's hard for me to like turn it off and just, if it's a game I really like, not want to play it unless someone's crazy good at it.
Yeah.
So I kind of just watch everything. I love Tio. He's probably my stream is nothing like his. If I could just like transform my stream into Tio's stream, I would be ecstatic. I don't watch too many like big streamers either. Like I watch a lot of the FIFA community when I'm feeling like watching FIFA, which is definitely a specific mood.
Yeah.
I definitely have like a pretty 50-50 split between Twitch and Mixer as well. Okay. But it's mostly just like small streamers, like affiliates on Twitch, and I'd say most of the Mixer people I watch, honestly at this point, a lot of the people I watch are people I met in real life because I've met so many just like at conventions and stuff, that a lot of the time it's just like nice to go check up on them.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's going on?
Exactly.
Also Shroud.
I can't watch Shroud only because he's too fucking good at the game, and I feel like I'm a piece of shit if I watch him play.
I can't watch him play for too long.
Yeah.
Because I kind of get the same thing. I'm like, damn, it's just like
I suck, dude.
But he's a way better content creator than people give him credit for.
Yeah.
For sure.
Exactly. I know I'm like the same way with the big streamers too. Like I feel like once I see like triple digits on somebody's stream, I'm like, they're not gonna see my chat. If I go and say hi or try to talk to them, you know, there's just too much stuff going on. I feel like I really do enjoy like the smaller streamers and actually engaging with them and talking to them and stuff like that. So I can definitely get that. Like if I go to a big stream, I know I'm not gonna talk to him. Like if I go watch Castro on Twitch, I know I'm not even trying to chat. I'm just there to watch him play games or something like that.
For sure. I like almost never talk in streams.
Yeah.
I'm like always watching them and I almost never talk. Like, even earlier today I was watching one of my friends Maverick's stream. I don't know if he's still here. I was watching him stream and he DM'd me and he's like, you should come watch stream. I was like, oh, I've been here.
I'm here, bro.
I just walked away like right before he sent me that. I was like, all right, I'll come back and talk, I guess. I don't know what it is. I'm just not a big chatter. Unless people like don't have anyone talking, then because I respect the grind, a lot of time I talk to them for a while just because I know it's tough.
Yeah.
I understand the struggle of talking to no one.
Exactly. Hey, we're alike, man. I love doing that too. Yeah, it's like just completely quiet. I'll definitely just say something just to get some kind of conversation sparked for sure. Cause yeah, everybody loves seeing the active chat. That's what it keeps me going for sure. I definitely love to see that stuff. Love it. Let me see. That's pretty much. I got a couple more questions, but if anybody has any questions for Czar, make sure you put them in chat. Let me see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Are there any like favorite tools or like programs that you like using or recommend to people? I know we talked about slobs. We talked about that off stream, but
yeah, don't use slobs.
Don't use slobs.
It is easier to start. Oh god. It's easier to start streaming with slobs, but just don't use it. Use OBS Live or OBS Studio. They're just way better. Programs that I use. Nothing in particular. I mean, I still think Mix It Up Bot is the best mixer bot if anyone's looking for a bot. But I'd say OBS Studio, Mix It Up Bot. And if you do start creating content, definitely don't be afraid to try to venture into other stuff. Like, video editing is not as hard as it seems. I know most people don't have time, but like video editing is as hard as it seems, or like even just like posting clips to Instagram or TikTok, like just getting your content out there is super helpful. And it's maybe it's not fun for other people. I personally love uploading videos. I think it's the best feeling ever. And honestly, it felt great, Maverick. Thank you so much. It was awesome.
Shay, so he's been streaming since the beginning of Mixer, right? I mean, it's been essentially the beginning since it started.
I can. You have the Mixer H command. I can check.
Yeah. It should be in there. Jester, thank you for that follow, man. Appreciate it. There you go. Dude, almost 3 years.
Yeah, so like I said, I had an account before it switched to Mixer.
Oh my god.
And I think I literally I don't know how to answer that. I can go with my mom if you want.
she can answer. Like Dustin, oh my god, same thing, bro. Y'all been around from the beginning.
Yeah, like I probably made my account a similar time as Dustin's account. I had a different one that I lost the password to, and then when they transferred to Mixer, it was just like your Xbox account.
Yeah.
It's like I have it already. So yeah, pretty much a little bit of a Beam OG, but sadly I don't have the gold thing because I was on a different account.
Okay, y'all are just flexing on me now. I feel like I'm like the young kid in the class. I swear to God. I know mine's not that old. Holy crap.
Mixer itself is 3 years old. The platform is definitely older, yeah.
Holy shit. Y'all been around. Y'all are some real OGs, man.
I didn't realize it Beam so early. It was young when I went on it too. I honestly thought it was around for a while. And it came out the same time as Casey Neistat's Beam company, and I always thought that was the funniest thing.
I don't want to forget, is it Parallax?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to talk about that and like the stuff you do with the team?
Yeah, sure. I'm a content creator for Parallax Gaming. I have been for, honestly, I have no idea, probably like half a year, maybe. And when I joined, there was a lot more Mixer content creators, but they are looking for content creators. If anyone's interested, hit me up on Discord or Twitter or something. But it's an esports org. Our Paladins team just like basically swept the pro circuit and won pretty handily in every game. And our Gears team, I think, finished like mid-table. They did pretty good. We used to have a Siege team that, right when they qualified, they disbanded. So it's a sore spot for me. We're probably gonna get another one. So we have a bunch of esports teams.
FIFA? Are they in the FIFA scene?
I have talked to our like the staff, and I've been like, hey, if I try to go pro in FIFA again, what are your thoughts? And they're like, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Please do, because FIFA's huge for esports.
Yeah.
So maybe they will next year. We'll see. We'll see. Just got to get verified early next year.
Yeah.
That'll be fine. That's pretty much it. I mean, they treat us good. I think the only other Mixer streamer in the org is Syntax. Syntax TBN. I don't want to say his name wrong, but he's from the UK.
Okay.
Lots of Twitch streamers though. Lots of former Mixer partners.
Oh, really?
Actually, only like a couple, but.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like CJ5, if any of you know him from the Siege community, he's part of PG. He was
like that sounds familiar. That does sound familiar.
I'm sure you've seen him from Siege stuff because he only switched over like less than a year ago.
Okay. Yeah, that name sounds familiar. When I was like really into Siege, like you said, there's a lot of stuff that you watch on YouTube, like tips and tricks and stuff like that, and that's how it gets you to streams. I was swear to God, the only reason I started watching Twitch is because I started playing Dead by Daylight, and there was a YouTube content creator that would put break everything down about Dead by Daylight, the killers, how fast they were, their abilities, their cooldowns, the perks, everything. And I fell in love with the way the method he broke everything down. I was like, and then he mentioned at the end of this video that he live streams on Twitch. I'm like, what the fuck is Twitch? Like, I've never even heard of that before. And sure enough, I downloaded the fucking app on my phone, and at work, when I work overnight, it's like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. There would be that dead time, like at 3 a.m. to 6 in the morning when nothing's really going on. And he would stream the late night, so it was like perfect for me. So I'd watch him overnight playing fucking Dead by Daylight, and that's how I fell in love with the whole live streaming aspect. And his community was really interactive, and they would always fucking troll him and have a good time. And that's what like made me fall in love with streaming. I was like, man, I wonder if I can do that.
Yeah, it's definitely a different vibe.
Yeah.
That's
like
awesome.
that's what brought me to live streaming in general. Was just stumbling across this YouTube channel and falling in
I'm
love with
assuming
it.
that's the same way I got into it because, like I said, I watched a ton of YouTube like growing up and even now. I'm sure I don't know who the first person I would have watched is, but I'm sure that's the reason I ever first started watching is because I was like, oh, I like this YouTuber. They only upload once a week. I need to.
I need to see. I need more. I need more. Well, that's awesome, brother. I'm glad you got a team set up for yourself. I mean, it sounds like they're really taking care of you, so that's great. Hopefully, you'll be the first PG FIFA streamer and esports. Be on the esports scene, or a FIFA stream, esports scene. That'd be
Got a
pretty
few friends who are still pro FIFA players, so I might make them play me once in a while next FIFA.
Oh my god, I don't want to play any pros.
I actually love it. Because I can always be competitive with them, and I almost always lose.
Yeah.
But those are definitely the games where, like I said, I know you're super competitive too.
Yeah.
Like you say, you don't like playing them, but I'm sure after playing them, if it wasn't a weekend league game, you'd be like, I feel like I learned so much cheese to counter like all of these cheese balls that are playing weekend league.
True. Yeah, friendlies I don't really take as serious. Like if I'm playing a friendly, I really don't expect to win or lose. You know, it's just for fun, right?
Yeah.
I wish I felt the same way about weekend league, but I take it so serious. I'm so competitive about it.
I just can't. It's so hard to stop.
Yeah.
I admire a lot of streamers that are just chill. Like Catch Me. He hardly ever gets angry.
Yeah.
I don't know how you.
I feel like he has a punching bag, and he's just after stream, he just fucking
he just goes nuts.
Goes nuts. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I need. Like right next to me, I have a wall. So this is the thing. This is what I punch. I need to freaking.
Skills has had some rage moments. Not recently though. But yeah, you're right. The thing is, Skills is also like a pro level player now.
Yeah.
Like Skills is really good at FIFA now. He used to suck, and that's when he used to get angry about it.
Yeah.
But
it's easy not to rage when you're fucking good at the game.
Yeah, when you're going 28 and 2, it's pretty easy. It's like, oh man, I lost to 2 pro players. It's kind of hard to get angry at that, I suppose.
It makes it a little bit easier. Awesome, man. Guys, if y'all have any questions for Czar, feel free. I know Viv hears me punching the wall. She's like right below me. If y'all have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in chat. We'll definitely answer them. I'm sure Czar will definitely answer any question you got. If you need his bank account number or his social security, just ask. We'll hook you up.
Yeah, all I have to do is be nice.
Where's LeBron?
He's upstairs on the floor, running around. I assume Tanya might have him somewhere else.
Oh!
By the way, chat, LeBron is my guinea pig. World famous guinea pig. LeBron the Tater on Instagram. If you want to see.
Check him out. He's Insta famous.
He actually has more followers than me, so.
TikTok famous too.
Famous, yeah.
Oh. I was going to ask you. So we talked about this too. That you are or have already started a podcast for basketball talk, right?
Yeah. So I also plan on starting one with my wife, just because we're from two very different places. So I think it would be super fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the one we have right now is a basketball podcast. We just released our first episode, I think, on Tuesday.
You want to put that in chat?
Yeah, I can. I can also, let me just find it real quick.
If you have a link or something.
You want to search the Rim Grazers? I believe you can just search that on Spotify and it should come up. Yeah, let me try it.
Let me go on Spotify right now. I can't because I'm on my fucking computer. Okay, I have to remember that. I'll put it in my notes so I won't forget.
Well, either I don't know what you could search. I searched it earlier and it worked. Let me just. There we go. There's the podcast link. But yeah, so make sure to follow us if you're interested. We do have a 76ers fan on the podcast, and then we have a Nets and Celtics fan. So you'll definitely get your money's worth of Atlantic Division drama, if you're interested.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thank you for bringing that up. We only recorded one, so
it's hard now. There's like nothing fucking going on, but hopefully they're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna start back up or not. So
yeah, that's actually what we talked about. What was your big question? Was there any big difference? I would say Mixer definitely offers a lot of support for partners, and like I would definitely consider myself like a smaller partner, even though I've been partnered for so long. They're really good about treating all of the partners the same, and they definitely give you resources. Like it's super easy to reach out to your partner manager, or honestly any. Like I had exclusive access to stream Ready or Not before it was released a month ago, and my partner manager was like on vacation or something, so she didn't answer me. So I just DM'd another one, and they just answered right away and helped me like get featuring sorted and stuff. So I love the staff personally.
Yeah.
They've like done no wrong in my eyes yet, that I'm aware of at least. Maybe they have. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if we could talk about too much of like the exclusive stuff, like behind the scenes. I just literally just got on the Discord like a week ago, so like seeing all the chatter and them talking about different stuff is really awesome. Like it's very active. The Discord is always popping. There's always people in there talking about different issues or bringing stuff up, and then they have, like I said, opportunities that they're sending out to everybody. It's not even like just the bigger streamers. It's sent out to everybody. Like, hey, if you want to get involved with this program or with this exclusive thing that we're going to set up, reach out to us and let us know. So it doesn't matter what size you are. It seems like they all treat us the same for sure. For sure.
All right, Jester, I'll answer yours first. My biggest tip, I mean, I know we've talked about this a bunch, but my biggest tip is like trying to get past that threshold of like 0 to 2 viewers, because it really helps, even if it's just like someone else in your house or something. Oh god, I don't know if we should talk about B-Ball Goat. I think we should love them all equally. We should appreciate them before they stop playing. But yeah, I mean, schedule and getting past that. Like honestly, what you do, Jester, is perfect. Like you always are in my stream, and you're like a good person. So I don't mind talking about your stream and stream. Like you don't try to shout it out or anything. Like even now, like you're not trying to shout it out, so I'll shout it out for you. Jester streams. Hey, the White Mamba. Whoever subbed, thank you, because I'm so happy he has a Valhalla sub.
Oh shit! Thank you. I just see it right now. Why didn't it pop up on my fucking chat?
I had that issue yesterday. I'm not sure.
Joe, Jester, thank you, man. I appreciate that, brother.
Oh, of course it was Jester. Why didn't I know that?
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
But yeah, that's all I got. Is honestly like the hardest part is getting through that threshold, and then making sure you're enjoying it is definitely the most important thing. Like if you're having fun, it's way easier for chat to have fun. Yeah. Which I'm sure you've experienced, because you've seen me on streams where I'm not having fun, and you stay there, but you watch everyone else leave. Like, you know, definitely seen it firsthand. My favorite thing for dinner, I mean, my mom ordered Domino's today. I haven't had that in a while, so I'm pretty excited to go downstairs and snack on that.
Hell yeah.
I don't actually know what my favorite
I'm going to ask you, pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
So I grew up with my mom eating it. Of course, chat was ready to ask that too. Honestly, there's probably pineapple on pizza downstairs right now in my house.
Let's go.
I do not like the taste. But I understand why she eats it. I'm not a fan though. Yes, that's a good way of putting it too, actually. It definitely does not belong on hot pizza for me.
What?
If your pizza is hot and you have pineapple on it, it tastes weird.
No,
But, like,
oh my god.
When you're having it as a cold treat, it's still pretty bad, but it's not as bad.
But what? Hold on, I gotta stop you. What if it's on a kebab? Because I know that you grill stuff like on kebabs and pineapple. I mean, I've seen pineapple on kebabs.
I really think the only difference is that the red sauce and pineapple don't go together for me. I think that's it. Because I just had.
I'm just saying.
I basically had pineapple on a kebab like a couple weeks ago, and it was with like shrimp, and it tasted great. It even had like the seasoning from the shrimp on it. It was awesome. I think it's just the sauce. I think that's the one. Just something about it doesn't work for my mouth. I don't know what it is. Like I like peppers on pizza. Something about pineapple doesn't work for me. But I definitely am not opposed to the idea. You can put whatever you want on pizza. Put French fries on pizza. It's great.
I would.
I've seen it, and I like was scared to eat it. I was like, I might become addicted. This might become a problem. And for the GOAT question, since I didn't actually answer you, the basketball GOAT, I personally love LeBron in like every aspect of his career, except for that he doesn't try on defense during the regular season. That kind of annoys me, but I get it. For me personally, it's LeBron, but it's also super easy to make an argument. Obviously, it's easy to make an argument for MJ, right? But it's impossible to like make a final decision because there's an argument for everyone. Like, because you could be like, LeBron's record in the finals sucks, it's Jordan. But then you could be like, yeah, but Bill Russell. Yeah. So, the argument will never end. That's why I was saying, like, I kind of, even when LeBron got asked, he's like, I don't know, I would just love to be on a team with MJ. We would be so good. Like, even that mindset, like, I just wish more fans had that. Yeah. We should just be appreciating, like, the stuff we got now. It's awesome.
That's all. I think that's what you even bring a point. That's the reason I love MJ is because he did play defense. He even had Defensive Player of the Year awards for it.
Yeah,
like he averaged so many steals and rebounds a game. I just felt like he was more of an all around player. It wasn't just offense and being clutch or winning trophies. Like he played both sides of the ball so well.
Yeah, it's like impossible, and like you said, it's impossible to not have like a full conversation.
Oh yeah, me and Shave got into so many arguments over this. He is a big LeBron fan. I'm a huge MJ fan. I guess it's more personal for me too because I actually watched MJ. Like I'm so old. I actually got to watch playoff games against the Jazz and watch.
I feel like I'm the only person who watched MJ in real life that doesn't say it's MJ.
Zepstro, thank you for the sub, bro. Shit, thank you guys, man. For some reason, it's not popping up on my chat. I'm just happen to look over. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Zep. Shout out, boys.
Exclamation point SH for all the subs. Exclamation point SH. MJ, thank you, Donker. See, I'm just a boomer too, so I remember watching fucking MJ play back in the days.
Yeah,
I remember.
I don't think it's like a far apart argument. It's also hard because of like the era thing. Because a lot of people use the era against LeBron, but if LeBron could hand check, he wouldn't even have to move to play defense. Dude's gigantic, so it's like it's impossible. Literally everything about it is impossible. We can definitely stick with other stuff unrelated.
This is a different show.
If you want to listen to the podcast, I'm sure I can get them to debate to go.
I would love to go on your podcast and make a fucking shout for MJ. I can definitely fucking fight that to the death.
I would be the only one not saying him. How do I feel about Luka? I love Luka. I don't think he's going to be GOAT or anything, but I think he has a chance to be the best European player and like a genuine chance at being a top 10 NBA player. Because he's
Luka Modric?
Yeah, Luka Modric. No, Luka Modric is honestly underrated still.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how. I just said yes. I was like,
he did say yes.
Yeah. If Luka stays on the Mavs, he's going to be in the finals. For sure. It's
gonna be tough in the West though, man. That's the only problem. Is like the West is so competitive year in year out for the last 20-something, 30 years. Has always been like some great team.
I think Luka has that effect though, kind of how Dirk had where like if he stays on that team, he's gonna attract other good players to play with him. Like I don't think it's gonna be hard for him to get good teammates because now like the floor for that team is gonna be the playoffs. Like if they don't make the playoffs, it's a disappointment.
That's how the Spurs have been
now
for the last 20-something years.
Yeah. So like now, even if he leaves wherever he goes, I think it's gonna be hard to keep that man out of the playoffs. And obviously, time will tell because we have to watch him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
he has to get there first and see if
he seems like he will be a good player.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm not going into the all-time GOAT list. I'm not doing it.
Darby, it's not happening, brother.
I have some dark horses. I mean, MJ and LeBron are winning too for me.
Yeah.
But
what's your earliest gaming memory, and what was your favorite game of all time?
Favorite game of all time? It kind of goes by generation for me. My first gaming memory, it's definitely Nintendo 64 because that's like what I played the most at an early age. Like that was the first one we ever owned. I played it a ton. I'm trying to think. It's got to be like Super Mario or Star Fox. Or even Smash. Like playing that white hand floating around in Smash was like mind blowing to me. That was like the first game where Easter eggs were like, I was just like, what? I thought the game was over. What is happening? There's all these extra levels. There's extra characters.
Yeah.
And that was like before I could look it up. So it was really awesome, like discovering all these Easter eggs. Like I played Smash so much. And again, like
Chaz brought up Perfect Dark. I don't know. Did you play that game? Perfect Dark.
I have never even heard of Perfect Dark.
What? Oh no. GoldenEye at least? GoldenEye?
I played GoldenEye. I did play GoldenEye.
Alright. Perfect Dark was an amazing game.
Yeah, I did not play that one.
Oh.
But see, again, it was the thing, like, I was such a young kid that I was just playing whatever was there, whatever my dad or brother got. You know? And in terms of favorite game, so for this gen, it has to be Siege. I played basically 90% of this generation. I played Siege. Or Dying Light. Was Dying Light this? Yeah. Dying Light was this gen.
Wait. I think it was Xbox One when Dying Light. Because I think that was like one of the first games I actually bought when I got my Xbox One.
Zep knows. Dying Light was probably my favorite game other than Siege. Yeah. And then Xbox 360 was probably Jet Set Radio Future, which again was like kind of I think it might have been a launch title. I don't even know. Love that game. I wish they would remake it. Or Skate. Sunset Overdrive is basically the same thing as Jet Set Radio Future. It's like a new version of it. Well, not. It's similar though. But definitely, those are definitely my tops. And like I said, with Nintendo, probably every Pokemon game, and every Smash game, and every Mario game.
Yep.
And then there's another question I missed. I know you weren't asking who my boy on the Giants is.
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon's definitely a good answer.
It's like modern, but like all time. I mean, I grew up when Tiki was there and Strahan. I mean, those were my favorite players back when I started actually watching the Giants. Before Eli, and then Eli came in. One of the most clutch quarterbacks in Super Bowl history.
Also a great tweeter. I don't know where that came from.
I think he's just been hiding his skills the whole time. Like his brother's always been like the more animated one, but
I think he's been saving them up for years.
Yeah, he's definitely been saving his tweets for years.
And we'll see how he does in a couple years from now. Zelda is a good one too. I also love Zelda.
Yeah.
That was a great question though.
Peyton was awesome. I always like his attitude. I think he's always upbeat. Never was disrespectful or anything like that. He definitely earned his fucking his Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did. He should have gotten a few more, but
fucking Brady. Brady kept him away.
Yeah. Same thing to Drew Brees, man.
Oh, you must see that shirt, the Mixer shirt you weren't.
Oh,
I see it.
Yeah.
Season 2. That was last year's shirt.
Season 2 shirt. I think we're still in season 2, I guess. I don't know. Are they still doing seasons? I have no idea.
And he's got the Mixer Partner on the shoulder, sleeve.
Yeah, got Mixer Partner. I don't think anything's on the back.
Oh, it says season 2 on the back too.
Yeah, just the S2. I actually don't wear this that often. I left it at my parents' house when I moved out, so now I have it again. But yeah.
Did you get the new swag that everybody's been getting?
I don't think so.
Okay.
My shipping address is still my parents' house,
Okay.
so I don't really know when I get things until I go there, and I'm like,
Okay.
hey.
I've seen a lot of people get their new stuff lately, so I'm like wondering like if you've
I
got
hope I
yours.
get stuff. I love getting Mixer merch.
Yeah.
I also don't have it with me, but my favorite thing I ever got, is my state open. Massachusetts is where I live, but that is not open. Right now I'm in New Jersey, and it's like county based. Because a lot of parts of New Jersey have a ton of people and a lot don't. So it's like partially open. But yeah, Mixer Swag's nice. They gave us a stuffed animal of the Borg bot. Love that thing. A little yellow bot. If you ever get stuck on a page that doesn't exist. Well, right now I'm in Wildwood, so I'm right next to Philly. But normally I live where I grew up is like the border of New York and New Jersey. Like I can see the skyline from if I go on a hill or something.
That's pretty dope.
Something high up.
That is pretty dope.
What the? Jade's just arriving?
Yeah. Jay, I'm pretty sure I told you last week. Well, I don't know.
I thought I told you too. I was literally talking to you.
I was like, I feel like I've talked to you about this. I don't know.
Whoopsie.
And we put it on Instagram too. That's the thing. I don't really put anything on. So I actually put it on Instagram where you're actually active on. So that's your fault. Unsub. Block.
Yeah,
Whisper, you're from Jersey too. Oh my god, a whole bunch of New Jerseyans. I don't know if that's how you say it.
They're everywhere.
New Jerseyans?
Never get away from it. Jerseyans are everywhere.
Jerseys?
I went to school in North Carolina, and literally half the people in my dorm hall was from New Jersey.
Oh my god.
And I was not expecting it. The only time I've ever left the country, I went to the Netherlands, and my Airbnb host. I was like, I never left the country. I barely left New Jersey, right? So I was worried. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't speak Dutch. I've never even heard Dutch. I don't know what it sounds like. I didn't know they all spoke English perfectly fine. The first person that I talked to was my Airbnb host, who was from New York City.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh, well, this is comfortable. I feel like I'm just at home.
What's up, Bionic? I've heard the Netherlands is really nice though, and like you said, there's a lot of people that do speak English there, so it'd be really nice for Americans to come visit. They're very welcoming.
It's very easy for us to visit too. We don't need to do anything. You basically just need a passport. Like you don't need any special clearance. You can just go for like up to 90 days.
It's awesome.
It's harder for my wife to get there than it was for me.
And so she's from somewhere else, right?
From the Ukraine.
She's from Ukraine. Okay.
Eatontown, New Jersey. That sounds like Middle New Jersey. Middle New Jersey doesn't exist in my brain.
It's like Philly side and it's like New York side.
Yeah, no, literally. I know the Philly side and I know the New York side, but in the middle, completely gone. I have no idea. My dream state, does Amsterdam count? Because I literally loved being there. It was awesome. No, it is. It's literally split right down the middle. Of the same state. I agree with you. Especially as a person who's lived in both. They're literally completely different. I don't know if I have a dream state inside the U.S. though. I've really only been to like 5 or 6 states.
Wait till you come to Texas. You're gonna fall in love. You're not gonna want to leave.
I mean, to be honest, I've been looking at houses in Austin. For no reason. I don't like have plans on moving there.
Don't go to Austin. No.
No, I'm just saying, like, I've just been like literally today. That's what I was doing. I was looking up every city, just to see how nice the houses are compared to Boston.
I would choose Houston over Austin, Largo, and I don't know. Oh, I guess because I grew up in Austin, that's the reason I don't want to live there anymore. That's where I grew up. I think I would rather live in Houston. Yeah, Houston traffic is fucking ridiculous.
Is that where you're at? Are you by San Antonio?
Yeah, I'm in San Antonio.
So many good things about San Antonio.
It is so expensive in Austin. It is like living in California.
I know for a fact Florida is not where I want to live.
Hurricanes, dude.
But you know that it exists. I actually do want to go to the UK as well.
Yeah.
Again, right now it's kind of tough to do anything, but I'm excited. I also want to go to Canada. There's
Canada's
so many
awesome.
go that I just haven't been yet.
Toronto's beautiful. I definitely recommend Toronto. You're gonna love it, especially if you're a New York person, New York City person. You're gonna love Toronto. I feel like it's almost the same thing, but cleaner. That's always what I felt like. Yeah,
pretty much every city.
And people are nicer. Like I just feel like people aren't as rude as New York City people.
Yeah. Oh, it's the baseball team in Houston.
Yeah.
If you could play one game forever. Does FIFA count?
You would actually play FIFA forever.
If it could be every FIFA, like if I could move to the next one every year, I honestly think it would be FIFA. If I had to pick one, God no, career mode's terrible. I would never last on FIFA more than 2 months. I'm assuming that's like a kind of a cop-out answer because that's multiple games, but I would say,
You got him stumped.
It's hard to say a multiplayer game, right? Like a lot of them I'm thinking of are like FPSs, but they're eventually going to die off and then they would suck. So I think it would have to be something like, honestly, like Dying Light or even just Super Mario, man. Like I've gone back and played that and it still holds up pretty well. Like it's still a good game and there's still a lot to do. I don't know though. That's impossible for me to answer. I definitely wouldn't be a streamer anymore if I could only play one game. Because I would be burnt out.
Damn, I had a question for you too. I just forgot what I was gonna say. Flip. I can't remember anymore.
It's alright, I've had that moment a few times during this.
I had a good question too, this just sucks.
My favorite color? Carolina blue, baby.
Tar Heels.
I like blue and I like purple. Green's pretty cool. As a content creator, the best experience I've had so far. I mean, getting partnered was pretty awesome. I honestly think just like being at PAX and getting like, even when we were talking, like moments like that. Like I met Jay at PAX, and even just like talking to other people that understand what you're doing and like respect what you're doing.
Definitely.
It's like the best feeling ever. It is so awesome because it's like streaming's a very weirdly lonely thing, right? Because you're talking to so many people, but like I know me and Dilla have people to talk to outside of stream, but like if you live by yourself and you stream, it's super lonely. Because you spend all of your time doing it and you don't actually talk, like you don't actually like, you're not with other people ever.
You can't relate it to somebody else, I guess, that doesn't understand it or go through it.
Yeah, so it's hard to like do that, but meeting other people that are like also into the art, the craft, some would say, that was awesome. I really love PAX.
That's why I feel like, I don't know if you've seen Generic Live, they're a couple streamer. And they also live in San Antonio, and we've actually hung out like out in the IRL. We're IRL friends, so like hooking up with them and talking about streaming is always a great conversation. It feels like you can talk about your experiences, especially when they were going through their whole partner push and stuff like that. We got to talk about, what the ups and downs of actually going for partner and them getting denied and stuff like that. So, and they continue to push; they keep going. Push each other for sure. So I mean, that was pretty cool to have conversations about that, and they inspired me to fucking go put in my partner application. So
yeah, like it sounds cheesy, but honestly, the best part is just like being with your community all the time. Like aside from some like standout, like I just won a Siege tournament recently, and I came in second in like the first ever Siege tournament on Mixer. Like stuff like that is great.
Yeah,
like that didn't even come to my head when you asked. Like that was probably like, the biggest thing I've accomplished other than being partner. But I think Tio and like pretty much every FIFA streamer were the reason that I've become. There's other people than Tio. I'm struggling to think. Tio's probably the big one though. Like I have been watching his content since I can remember, and I still love it. And like it's weird. It's weird like looking up to someone the same age as you. And I wouldn't really look up to him. I just respect what he does so much.
Yeah.
And like, I really wish I could just play games with him because it seems super fun.
Those are the people that inspire you for sure. Like to keep going and keep pushing yourself for sure.
And like obviously, like every once in a while, there's people that like spike my interests, and like I'll watch them a ton for a long time, and then kind of falls off. But like Tio's been the one that I've watched the whole time. I'm struggling to think if there's anyone else. It's probably the biggest one, especially with gaming stuff, because I watch a lot of IRL stuff. Thanks, Justin. Subpar, I would love to answer your question, but I know nothing about cars. I want an electric car or not a car at all, to be honest. So probably not.
They're expensive, especially in the big city, man. I don't know how it is like parking wise in Jersey or Boston, but like
Both
it's a struggle.
horrible.
Yeah, I can imagine like trying to fucking find a parking spot.
Yeah, like if I get a car, I want a Tesla. That's very much my goal.
The truck, the new truck is dropping.
I don't want the truck. I mean, I'd be okay with it. Like if someone offered me,
Hey, there's a fucking Tesla truck.
I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll take it. But no,
Put your fucking logo on it and everything.
Yeah, right.
It reminds me of Halo Zepstro. That's what it reminds me of. I see the Warthog every time I see that truck.
Halo truck.
That's funny. Yes, Scott, what's up, brother? Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. Everybody's been here so far. I really appreciate all the nothing. I've seen a few follows come in from Czar's community, so I really appreciate y'all guys coming through and hanging out with us, asking questions. It's a real just a blessing to have so many amazing people come by, drop some subscriptions. We saw Embers and everything, all the hosts. It's amazing. I know. I've known Czar for a long time, and I'm glad to finally get this interview, man. It's amazing. Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. So, Part, thank you for reminding me. I usually ask this to everybody. Since you're a big movie buff, if you had to watch one movie for the rest of your life,
Oh God.
yeah, I know. What would it be?
So that's hard because I'm definitely not like I don't know if I've talked to Jay about this. I've talked to a lot of people about this. So like I basically went to film school and disagreed about every film that they talk about in film school. So it's not going to be like Clockwork Orange or some shit. That's a tough one. Honestly, like I really my favorite movie right now. I couldn't even think of one. I haven't seen a movie I've really liked in a while. But like I think the key to like enjoying a movie for a long time is something you can watch really long after it's out. Definitely not the movie we watched last night. Like Time Machine, I think it came out. I don't even know. It's like one of the first movies.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
No, I don't think so. Let me look it up.
Who was in that movie? Time Machine.
I don't even know when it
Viv,
came
you know
out.
what that is? Time Machine?
It came out
Double Impact.
in the 60s.
Oh, then I'm thinking of a different movie then.
Yeah, so
Time
that
Cop.
one-
That's the movie I was thinking of. Is that with Jean-Claude?
I was like, I don't even know if he was alive. Yeah.
Oh my god, that was the movie I was thinking of.
It'd probably be one I could watch. For the rest
Time
of the
Cop.
Or like any movie like about space or something really confusing.
Gravity.
Like Gravity
Oh,
or
we talked about that the other night too, because some people were so. We watched the NASA thing last night, and like,
just like open-ended movies are great.
my wife is so scared of like space, and I remember watching Gravity, and she got so freaked out because like just so much drama in that movie. It's crazy. Gravity is very scary. It's very scary. Ugh. Yeah. Like, yeah, imagine like getting fucking thrown off a spaceship and you're just floating in space forever. That would fucking suck.
That would be horrible.
I would just like open my spacesuit and this is it. I'm done. I'm not gonna fucking wait till I run out of oxygen.
Nemo. Oh god. I don't know. Honestly, I think there's a lot of movies I could watch forever and be fine. But I think it would. Time Machine would be one.
Any Disney movie? Oh my god.
Emperor's New Groove was
Yeah.
pretty great. I haven't watched it.
It was
since I
pretty funny.
young, but who knows? Wife is here.
My favorite Disney movie was Hercules. I remember. Well, and Lion King. Lion King and Aladdin are up there too, but Hercules is one of my favorite movies too, like Disney movies. I heard they're making like a remake of it. Wifey. Wifey's hand. Aladdin is number one. Aladdin's a great movie.
8 Mile. Horrible choice.
8 Mile. Oh my god.
It would be really hard. Well, the question was actually what movie would I watch for the rest of my life. 8 Mile would be a struggle for me. That's what I'm saying. It's a great movie, but it's definitely not rewatchable too much. I don't know about that.
The Usual Suspects. Ooh. The Rocky. I don't know. I didn't really grow up with the Rocky movies. I remember like watching them as a kid, but I don't know. I like the Creed movies.
I really liked Creed a lot.
Creed's really good. So I enjoyed those. I just didn't really grow up on the Rocky movies.
Watching like action movies, or that's like kind of an action movie, it's really hard to like watch them over and over, is the only problem. Like they're good movies, but I can't watch Rocky over and over again. Like the story's pretty shallow.
Yeah.
It's pretty, you know, after it happens a few times. Like that's what I was saying, it'd have to be something like open-ended.
Pulp
Even
Fiction.
if it was like
Pulp Fiction's a great movie. That's something I could. We've
Pulp
always
Fiction's a good one too.
all day.
Rocky all day. Yeah,
I couldn't do that all day, bro.
Even if it's something like Inception, or just confusing, so I could watch it at least watch it a few times and like get it.
Because there was something that you missed, like the first time you watch it, you want to go back and like watch it again, catch something else. Yeah, Tarantino's movies. I love Tarantino.
Tarantino is very 50-50 for me.
Really?
I don't want to get the whole movie pod, but yeah, I learn something new every time for Inception. It's great. That's why something like that would be awesome, or at least something that I could like project my thoughts onto, and it's just like open-ended enough. Like movies that can do that are amazing. Like it can be almost anything to different people. That's a good one too. Every point of the situation. I said Tio and Spanish J was my answer. Tio and Spanish J are my two favorite content creators.
Spanish J, mostly Spanish J.
Mostly Spanish J though. Favorite horror movie? Not a big horror movie guy. I would have to think about that one.
Yeah, I'm not very big into horror either. I like slasher movies like Jason and stuff like that. And it's like,
I'm trying to like. There's one that I just watched that I thought was really good. I'm struggling to remember what it was. I have a really bad memory. So, Get Out is a good one. Get Out is a great one actually.
That was pretty freaky, dude.
Because again, that's another one that you can like watch it a bunch and like see different shit every time.
I didn't watch Us. I don't know. It had a really creepy vibe to it. I feel like I didn't.
That is another great director. That's true.
My wife was watching it on the plane to Ireland. I think that's when we watched it for the first time, and I don't know. I don't know. It's not for me. That's all I can say. But I did like Get Out, so I know he's not a bad director. He makes good movies. I just didn't understand the movie.
I also like weird movies. Honestly, I don't know if it counts as a horror movie. Oh god, I can't remember what it's called.
I haven't seen Midsommar, but like I said, I'm not a big horror person at all. There's never been that kind of person.
Yeah, it's like really hard for me to get scared at horror movies, but the ones that like do a good job scaring me and not doing jump scares, I really, really like.
Paranormal Activity. I remember like getting freaked out when that movie came out. That movie had me like sleeping weird for like 2-3 nights after.
Man, I'm blanking on movies.
Blair Witch. I remember that one being pretty good.
Blair Witch is good too.
Oof. He got a story about Paranormal Activity. Dude, that movie freaked me out the first time I saw it. It freaked me out. Well, it's the bulldog for me, dude, because I got bulldog as a logo, and I have an actual bulldog in my life. I love bulldogs. Bulldogs are goat.
Yeah, my memory's so bad. I had an app to track what movies I've seen, and I can't even remember what the name of the app is.
Oof. Those freak me out too.
Favorite kind of dog? I've pretty much grown up on like almost exclusively golden retrievers. So I can't say that I have like too much say in other stuff. I really want a golden retriever and what are the wolf dogs? Why can't
Husky?
I remember? Oh, yes, and husky mix. I think that would be awesome. Sweet or spicy? Spicy. I'm not too good with sweet food. It makes me like if I eat too much, it makes me feel sick. Well, I guess it's the same with spicy food, but How do I feel after my 45 sit-ups yesterday? Honestly, I feel nothing.
He's ready to do it right now. Another 45.
Yeah, I'll do it right now on this podcast. Favorite food genre? I love Mexican food a lot, and I also love Middle Eastern food, but I like never really eat it. But more like Arabic Middle Eastern food, if that makes sense. Like I had a girlfriend a while back, and her dad was a chef, and he was from Afghanistan, I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I don't really remember. I was pretty young and didn't honestly care at the time. And like now I regret not knowing, because the food he made was, every time it was fire, and I never knew it was in it. Like it was always different ingredients. But it was so good. I'm probably remembering it more fondly than it actually was. So I'm gonna stick with Mexican food.
Nice.
It's definitely my favorite. And do I like snakes? They're alright.
I know, Viv. I totally blocked it. I didn't block her. I just like silenced it because she called me twice in the middle of this interview. I can't stop.
The same question at the same time as each other. You guys are nuts.
Oof.
Favorite type of music?
He said, "Fuck."
My favorite type of music is hard. I kind of am loving like 90s punk rock music right now for some reason. It's having resurgence in my head. I'm a big hip hop, but for the majority of my life it was hip hop or rap. But honestly, it's hard to like nail down a genre.
Could you do like Biggie or Tupac?
Do I have to pick?
Yeah, I'm asking. Like, would you pick?
Between Biggie and Tupac? I mean, like I said, I'm a New York stan.
With Biggie all day.
So I'm Biggie. But yeah, for music for me is really hard, because music like really changes. Oh, East Coast. Not even a question. Not even saying it's better. I just support it more. Because not gonna lie, East Coast hip hop has been slacking recently. It's been tough. But yeah, I pretty much listen to everything. I've been on a lot of like Blink 182 vibes music recently though. So it really changes. Like you can every
41.
month, I'll be listening to like a completely different genre, and my chat will be like, "Man, you're listening to a lot of rock music today." Yesterday we were only listening to 90s rap. Like it's really a mood thing. I don't know. It's hard for me to say what's my favorite.
I'm the same way too. I have to be in the mood for some things. I listen to country music because I live in Texas. It's just I'm surrounded by it.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, country music's tough for me. I don't like love hard metal. I kind of like when non-metal artists like incorporate metal aspects into their songs. A lot of times I like that, because not a lot of people do it. Like Denzel Curry's great at like screaming. He's a really good rapper, but like when he incorporates like screamo to his music, it's awesome. I really like it. Yeah. But just like straight up metal, probably not.
Great questions. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, music's impossible.
I love music. Jester, I live in San Antonio. Well, I tell people San Antonio. It's like the biggest city next to me. What? Oh, you're Dallas Fort Worth. I'm sorry for you. That sucks. It's like my least favorite Texas city. You hate Texas. Oh my god. We don't need you.
I think it's hard to say you hate all of Texas though.
Yeah.
Like surely there's a part of Texas you would like. It's like its own whole country.
It is. It really is.
I've never been there though.
Each point is something different. Like this, El Paso is totally different from Houston. Dallas is definitely different from Corpus Christi, where this is where the coast is at. So I love San Antonio. Austin's okay. I like visiting Austin. I know it's shit on it, but I like visiting Austin. I could never live there again. So, Corpus Christi, that's where Selena's from. Yep. They got statues of her everywhere in Corpus. So
That's great.
Anything for Selena's. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate y'all. I'm not going to end the stream. I'm just going to end the interview. But I appreciate all of Czar's time. I appreciate all of y'all for for hanging out with us. We made an awesome show. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Good ass interview. That's great. That's what I'm looking for every time. Good ass interviews. If y'all missed any part of the interview, Spanish Jay, I'm talking to you because you don't follow any of us on our socials, obviously. If you missed part of the interview, you can catch it on YouTube. I will put it on YouTube. So you definitely can catch it there. And I'll, of course, let Caesar... I almost said Caesar again. Oh, my God. Czar. I'm going to let Czar know when it comes out so he can let y'all know as well in his Discord or whatever. But I appreciate y'all so freaking much.
Yeah,
y'all are amazing. And I hope Czar had a great time as well.
I will probably be streaming tonight, but not right away because I want to go eat for a while. But then I'm streaming at some point. I'll put it in Discord.
Hell yeah. Before I let you go, Czar, if anybody's looking for you, for whatever reason, they don't know where the fuck you're at, can you let them know where to find you?
Yeah, I mean, all the links are CzarDePalmaFarr, like right above Dilla's head. I'm pretty sure you can just search Czar on pretty much any of those and it will come up.
You're the only Czar on Mixer.
But I'm pretty sure if you search Czar, at least DePalma, like, you'll get there.
You'll find it.
CzarDePalmaFarr the first time you get it right. Everywhere. That's pretty much it. Follow my guinea pig on Instagram. LeBron the Tater.
All right, brother. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a great time. And I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day just for this interview. And I will definitely catch you later, brother.
It was awesome. See you guys later.
Bye.
Have a nice stream.
Oops. I'll go to this. Fuck! I didn't mean to do that one. I'm sorry. I was like, what scene am I going to use?